Raw Comedy Podcast.
Welcome to the Raw Comedy Podcast. Brought to you by Bangkok's weekly open mic and home for stand-up comedy.
Hey, aloha everybody. Welcome back to another
Episode of
the
Raw Comedy Podcast. Yeah.
The well-oiled machine.
Well-oiled machine. I hate
So
you
it's,
guys and myself.
Today's September 12th. Right?
Yep.
Yes. Okay, good. So, yesterday was 9/11. Interesting. Right,
Never forget.
Want to start? Yeah, never forget. Want to start there?
Sure. What about it?
What about now? Where were you guys?
Were you having your birthday afterward? Because your birthday's what, the 10th?
Right. The birthday's the 9th. The 9th.
The 9th.
Yeah, we didn't celebrate.
So you got your birthday present one day late.
Yeah.
Right. I made a wish on my 9th birthday, or
Happy
my
birthday,
11th birthday.
dude.
Oh,
Where were you,
It
Chris?
came
You
true.
were in Chicago?
My 11th birthday, I remember, okay, so for that birthday, I remember I had ice cream for breakfast, which was amazing. My dad gave me a bowl of melted ice cream for breakfast, and it had like malt balls in there.
Sick.
And his balls, and his real balls.
And his balls.
No, but, and then I remember, what I do? I think we wanted to eat somewhere, and then open presents for me. And,
You get anything good?
yeah. No, I never got.
2001, would you get the NES?
Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
I never got anything. No, I never got any
What
video
time did
games.
9/11 happen?
It happened 2 days
11
later.
a.m. kind of.
I remember
10
in
a.m.,
fifth, I remember
yeah.
I was in 5th grade. I remember going to school and I remember seeing like a building on fire during breakfast, and I don't know what happened. And I heard for what I knew, there was an explosion. And then I went to school, and then some chick, I remember her name was Andra, and she's like, "There's an airplane crashing in the towers." And I'm like, "That's stupid. Like no one, like people would have saw that happen. You know, like you're a fucking liar, or like you're an idiot. You don't know what's going on." And then I saw the video, and I was like, "Oh shit." Sick. And then I want to be a pilot. Then I want to be a pilot.
You know where I was on 9/11? I was in a cave in Afghanistan, just celebrating. Yeah, nothing but net.
Just shooting guns off
Yeah,
in a cave?
no, I mean,
High-fiving Bin Laden and shit.
dude, like, yeah.
I was in New York on 9/11.
Were you?
Were you really?
Yeah, just 1 year before.
Right.
No shit.
I was in
But I was
in
at the
New York
bottom of the towers
most of the
about those
9/11s.
days. Yeah,
No way.
like
really?
the
A year before.
10th or the 9th
cool.
of September, but 1 year before.
That's interesting.
I remember the one thing I always say, I was telling you about is like I remember driving around when I drove. I was driving. I heard about it. I had slept in. I was my own boss at the time, so I had slept in. I heard about it, and so I was driving. I was like, "Oh, let me take out my brother from school because I figured I could do that." And I remember listening to Howard Stern on the radio, and he was talking like planes are just flying into things all over the place. He had like a half a dozen other things that were like, we don't know if this is happening, but it's like we're definitely under attack, and planes are just smashing into buildings, you know. And when he first heard it, everybody thought it was like a little, small, like Cessna or something like that. But then they're like, no, it's a
Fucking Boeing,
jet.
yeah.
They're like, what? And the second one, there was like, oh, we're under attack. And I just I remember like I had to look it up on YouTube just to hear it. You could probably do it, and I was like, yeah, Howard Stern was like, it was scary for me. Like I remember listening to that. And
Where
being
were you
like,
geographically?
I was scared. I was on Long Island. It was like smack in the middle of Long Island.
Could you see the Twin Towers from there?
No. You have to go. I'm probably like an hour drive from actually seeing it. Maybe.
Oh, I see.
I mean, the closest maybe like a
clear
week
day?
later, I was in Queens, and you could just see the clouds of smoke and stuff, and you could smell it. You could smell. You smelled it for months.
Oh, what did the
smell of
depressed
what? Like
American
rubber,
Like
like
sad-
smelled like
rubber?
burnt rubber,
Oh,
and
sad America.
and death.
Fire.
The beginning smelled like that.
Smelled delicious.
It smelled like a good barbecue.
Sad Americans. That's what it's.
I remember I was 12, and we didn't tell us in school. And I got home from school.
They didn't tell you?
They didn't tell
That's
us. No.
hilarious. Of course not.
Obviously, the next day we talked about it and shit. But so I go home, and my grandma's like, "Did you hear about the planes in the buildings?" I'm like, "Shut up, grandma." Like I was like kind of an asshole,
Right.
And I didn't want to I was like, I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. And I wanted to watch The Simpsons
Right.
because it played at 5.
5
Right.
on Fox.
Yeah, well, it was on CBC for us, but anyway.
Wow, it's weird.
So I'm like, what the fuck? It's the same dude just talking on every channel. And I'm flipping around, and it's just some dude like
Bin Laden?
like no, it's like George Bush's press secretary or somebody,
right.
or like some
you didn't hear
general
George
guy.
Bush for a while, but yeah.
And he was reading My Pet Goat. But anyway, so I'm watching. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then finally, I just stay on a channel for a while and then see the planes going into the buildings, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? I should have listened to my grandma.
I remember, and this is so fucked up, but I remember being like, if nobody was dead, like that was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. You know, like just visually, you know
Like
what I'm saying?
it's pretty like Michael Bay, like spectacular.
Yeah, but in real life, I mean, there's something about the reality of that where you're watching, like, sure, Michael Bay, but you're like, it's not. I know they blows Michael Bay, but you know what I'm saying? It was just like, holy shit,
Like, dude,
you're just like that was
some crazy shit. Like, you know how good you got to be to fly a fucking
threading a needle.
Yeah.
Right, dude. You're not just like the guy that did that was his name, and then the other tower was Muhammad Atta, and then the other guy forgot his name. Right. Rest in peace. Right.
Everybody forgets
No,
the
I'm
name
sorry.
of the other
You know what's
guy.
weird though? And we joke,
Peace be upon him.
Oh, go
Why
ahead.
does everybody
What-
forget the name of the other guy?
I forgot.
Because
but,
everybody forgets the second guy.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
it's
Neil,
like the-
Neil
it's like
Armstrong
Man on
and
the
the other
Moon,
one.
yeah.
exactly. That's what I said.
It's crazy, but that guy, the first guy, right? Like seriously, as an individual talent, if he had been born in America, that dude would be like Evil Knievel, dude. Right? He would be like in a fucking Cessna doing fucking barrel rolls and shit like that. To fly a giant airplane smack into the
Going
fucking...
how fast? How fast do they go?
fucking
300, 400 miles an hour?
At least 500 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Probably 300-400 miles an hour.
Cruising
pretty
speed
fast.
is like way faster than that, isn't it? I thought it was like 800.
You think he's probably
Kilometers.
slowing it
Oh,
down?
I'm thinking in
to,
kilometers. Yeah.
and you got to slow it down to start steering a
It's
little
like
bit, right?
350. Dude.
Yeah, two for two.
Like you're going 350 miles per hour.
Yeah,
And
two
you're
for
in
two
the fucking
you say
sky.
that too,
to the
but
point
are you
of,
shitting me?
of breaking the towers.
Right.
They could have also
Yeah,
just like,
true. Because the one,
He could've
the
just
one,
flipped it.
Yeah,
the one
flipped it.
flight, like just they overpowered the hijackers and then they just crashed it, right? And then there's the one in the Pentagon.
That sucks.
well, allegedly.
I would have hijacked it. How come they
I
didn't
don't
try
believe in it.
after they hijacked it? How come they didn't try landing it? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
After they hijack it back,
Right.
they should have tried landing it.
Couldn't they like pilot?
Yo, I know that
Back in your
I know
seat.
that the airplane crashed into the Twin Towers, but once they fly out the other side and then try to land the plane, right?
and try to survive.
Try to let out a cartoon. shit.
Yeah, like so. Obviously, think about how horrible it is. But if you think about it just from like a technical
Just
point of
the
view,
physics of it.
it's like
And
that's got to
the
be top
plan.
10 hardest to pull off things that were pulled off in
Yeah.
history.
It's incredible, dude.
Like Sports Center top 10.
Dude, seriously, like I don't. What's another example of something
I
like?
can't even think of something that crazy.
Did you see?
It's
Did
the
you see
greatest
the
terrorist attack.
well? It's the
And
greatest terrorist attack.
now all other terrorists are like hacks. Like when a guy like mows down a crowd of people in a van, you're like, get the fuck out
That
of here.
didn't take 10 years. That didn't take 2 3 years.
Did you see the
planning.
documentary about the guy who Man on Wire?
Yeah.
What's that?
The French dude.
He's a French dude who managed to like get into the Twin Towers, to pull a
Oh,
cable between the
oh,
towers,
right,
and then
right.
Oh yeah,
the
Spider-Man.
James Franco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
James Franco, right?
No, we'll let James
Here's the big
Franco
deal.
play
Like
the
an
guy.
equilibrium
Yeah.
thing. It was
No, it's
amazing.
not. It's not. It's that other guy.
Who?
I
Did you
forgot
know-
his
by the
name.
way-
He's the guy that's in Looper.
Because they did joke about
right,
that.
right.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt is his name.
Oh,
But there's a documentary. There's also a documentary.
But he's a real
There's
guy.
movie- Yeah, he's a real guy. And the documentary is amazing because you really like you see the actual footage of the guy
Getting in
and
there,
how
breaking
insane
in.
it was. Like,
But that's
first
not
of all, they-
terrorism, though. That's not.
No, but they had to pull it off. They had to enter the towers, get to the top, install the whole rig, do the whole thing, and then do the whole act, and not fall under pressure. You get one shot at it.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like, yeah, good one
He's
shot. again.
clipped from behind, though, isn't
So
he?
you're saying
Isn't he clipped
No,
from
I
behind?
think
no, he did it without
like
No,
a
it's
tether.
nothing. Yeah, free.
he had a pole
Yeah.
like that helps you balance,
What?
but still pretty
and he
intense.
stayed for a
I
while.
like how you're comparing that to 9/11. Like,
No, but it's just same location though. Same
Spectacular
location.
feats.
You know,
That's-
because of 9/11, I think Spider-Man
Yeah, they
2
changed it,
was
yeah.
supposed to. It was 2. It was like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. One of Tobey Maguire's. It was 1 or 2.
They changed the scene.
Yeah, they had the 9/11, and he had a giant. He caught like a helicopter in between the two with webbing, but they had to take it out because somebody took out the Twin Towers.
yeah,
Dude, what if it was Spider-Man took out the Twin Towers? They're like, I don't know.
You know what's weird too?
That's
you know what I was
crazy.
thinking about it too was hearing, because I'm so anti-war now. Like I'm just getting more and more anti-war as I go. And the beginning of me ever even agreeing to war was probably around then. And listen to comics like like Jim Norton. I'm a huge fan of Jim Norton, but around that time, I'm listening to him on Opie and Anthony all the time, and Colin Quinn, or they were so pro-war. To hear somebody like comment, like it's weird though, because I do hold the comic to that higher regard because they usually analyze everything, and I don't know a lot of comics who are like dicks, man. Like real dicks,
Like you gotta go.
Well, people have a pretty like visceral reaction to that kind of shit. So
yeah, and it happened in New York. Like those guys were in New York.
Yeah.
And
Well, you know what it is? It's because we grew up in the shadow of this like World War II, like war is amazing kind of thing.
Yeah, big time.
And like, you want to go to fucking war there, hot shot? Hey, you want to go fucking? So like in America, it's almost like a rite of passage to like be in the service for a time. And like it's like Israel shit. It's like how Israel everyone has to be.
The military is hooked up. They have like all those like Sony and Disney and all those guys have people in the military. They have liaisons, so that they can get militarily approved. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's
like
weird.
the military like give a thumbs up for the propaganda that they're selling.
It's fucking ridiculous.
I'd rather be like a woman doing this thing and like going to work in the factory while the dudes go to war. That's what I want to do.
I want to be that chick. I fucked that chick. Actually.
Did you?
Yeah, she's old as fuck now.
She's like 100.
Yeah, she's like 120 now, but yeah.
She was saying no the whole time.
She's like, just say no. No,
that's a different.
That's a totally different.
That's a different poster.
That was Nancy Reagan.
She's saying just what was she saying in?
She's saying like,
we can do it.
You can do it.
We can do it.
We can do it. Right. Just say no. So stupid. Right, I don't even know. I gotta get my fucking.
Say no to drugs or Chris.
I love and hearing about that too. Sorry about 9/11. Like the generals didn't even know what the fuck they were doing. All the wars that happened afterward.
Like I just don't. It's just too crazy. And like, here's the thing: if I'm a terrorist, and I want to kill Americans. I'm not gonna fly a plane into a building. That's not effective for killing people. A lot of people. I would blow up a Super Bowl.
But they were
that's what they went after. They went after the
symbolic.
fucking...
Yeah, exactly.
They went after money.
But right, exactly. They went after the money. They went after the economy and the government, right?
Sure.
Those two things, right? Yeah. Right. So they're not even mad at the people. The terrorists are probably more mad at the government.
Yeah. Same as us.
Exactly.
Right? Same as anytime, like,
Yeah, and it makes sense because a lot of people are like, they just attacked us, man. Like, we were just chilling here, and they just fucking attacked us. Like, no, we've been in the Middle East for like 70 years, and we deserve this. Like,
all of us have sounded way too pro 9/11.
Yeah,
the difference between terrorists and people today is that terrorists had an unhealthy distrust of the American government.
Their distrust was very unhealthy.
You fucking Bin Laden on Facebook with that stupid badge.
I just like the whole idea of like we're big fans of Luke Skywalker, right? You've heard those analogies of like Luke Skywalker. He's like a rebel who's going after the giant imperialistic forces, and
he blew up the Death Star.
Sure,
that's kind of like what Muhammad Atta did.
Yeah, we all love exactly.
Dude, he's Luke. He's like a Muslim Luke Skywalker.
If you put him in space, he'd be great. But here, it's like,
dude, he was the fucking Islamic Luke Skywalker, bro.
Yeah. The Jedis are terrorists.
Lucas Mel, Atta Skywalker, Ibn El Skywalker, Waka or whatever.
Ironically, they shot Star Wars in Tunisia.
It is. But that's just that's that one scene, right?
Tatooine.
Yeah. But it's a real name.
Why would you shoot in Tunisia though?
Because there are dirt farmers there too.
Because it
scouting location. Because they were looking for different.
Because they wanted some deserty bullshit.
Yeah. You ever notice in Star Wars how every fucking planet has one architect? Like every planet has their own. It's just like everybody wears the same. And Star Trek too. Yeah. It's like you get to a planet and it's like the whole fucking world wears the same outfit.
This world is this.
Yes.
This world is. There's one city. There's one city in a huge
dialects.
Planet.
They don't have Chinese people and Americans.
No, they don't have like they're not mixed
Africans.
up.
No, they're just. No.
But not only that, but even just their architecture. They don't even have like
same style.
Just everything is.
They all have the same houses.
Giant igloos.
Everything's like a dome with a circular entrance.
Space is fucking stupid.
Yeah, it really is boring.
Yeah, I feel like
they all speak English too.
It doesn't make any sense. They're the way they've created
Universal
the galaxy.
Translator.
It's so stupid, dude. Like, you know what's dope though? Like how they have like the United Nations is like those big spaceships. You know, like they have little tiny little craft, and like the United Nations of the Intergalactic Federation. Do you remember? Mm-hmm. They have like that chamber, and it's like all these little pods, and whoever's talking gets to just float around in the middle of everyone, and just like He didn't just talk.
Yeah,
you know,
cool.
represent the planet.
Yeah.
That was sick. That was so sick.
Cool.
But it's also like, like how are there not like crazy racism? Like they didn't talk about. There was no real racism. Yeah, actually,
There's racism. It's just because it's a different planet. Then it's like it's like
Yeah,
it's
so it's
like
not
you're
racism.
anti-planet.
right.
Yeah.
But like if you're listen, let's say
Like,
you're part
I
of
guarantee
this. We're
Chinese
men.
people aren't talking about racism because there are not a lot of foreigners living in China, but they're racist as fuck over there.
Right. They just don't have as many opportunities to exercise.
Yeah, America seems so racist.
So how
because
come
there's
Star
so
Wars-
many
America
racists.
only seems
there-
racist because there's so many racists.
Was there
there.
was there racism in Star Wars?
Yeah, I don't like Star
Misa, sorry, sir. The fuck guy straight out of Song of the South, man.
So Jar Jar Binks is a slave, basically.
He's just something, man. They
I
definitely
thought he
didn't
was
respect
like
him.
I thought he was like Jamaican.
He was just a
Yeah, but he wasn't respected. You know, they were
What's
like, oh,
Yoda?
they're just swimming under the water. Nobody
What
gives
the
a fuck
fuck is
about
a
these
Yoda?
kids.
And like, what happened? Like, so his species is gone.
Like there's just one Yoda.
so
there's a
like,
handful of Yodas.
so he's like an endangered species.
Well, technically, there's 2 Yodas now.
There's 2 Yodas.
No, but there's a female Yoda too,
No,
and there was
baby
also
Yoda.
yeah, there's baby Yoda. Oh well, yeah, we're just saying Yoda, but whatever their
fuck
race
Baby
is.
Yoda, by the way.
Yeah, nobody knows the race of Yoda.
Yeah.
He's Japanese, dude.
He's
Apparently,
like a
they do
sensei.
have racism in Star Wars. Yeah.
He's a fucking karate teacher.
His
He's
name is
Japanese.
Japanese. He's Japanese.
Man, I just
Even
watched
his name's
it.
Japanese.
Yoda.
Yoda.
I watched this movie Kate last night because it was #1 in Thailand on Netflix.
What?
Oh,
It's
what's it
called
about?
Kate, and it was I think it's a Japanese movie, but it had Woody Harrelson and some American
Oh, I downloaded
actors.
that. Is it getting good?
Yeah, it was
Looks like
good.
shit.
No, it was
Looks
good.
like shit. It was good?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was like a pop. It seemed like a pop. She's badass. She's just a girl who goes around kicking ass, you know. And
Sounds familiar.
But it was in Tokyo. And I'm like, man, those guys are already living in the future. Tokyo
Dude,
seems-
Tokyo's so sick.
You been there?
Yeah.
You
Tokyo's
too?
my favorite
Yeah,
city
Everybody's
in the
been there
world.
but me.
It's
Man.
the metro system is so fucking on point. Like anywhere you are in the city, you're never more than like 50 meters away from a train station.
It's bigger than you. It's massive too.
Yeah,
right?
it's like like Tokyo Central. I don't know exactly, but then like the greater area is like 20 million fucking people. It's
crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
And then, but when you say like Central Tokyo, that's like future Tokyo. That's when you get like cool like fuck
Yeah,
robots and
there's like
stuff.
all the neon signs and shit.
Yeah.
Well, there's
That's like-
specific neighborhoods that
Yeah.
have a lot of neon.
Like Shinjuku or whatever.
Yeah,
the
but,
fuck.
but
Shibuya.
low key, Japanese are also not that much of the future. Like they
Yeah.
have all this crazy infrastructure that works super well, but then you'll get into some malls or some places and shit will be like not as clean as you'd expect,
Yeah.
and they do take shortcuts on shit,
Sure.
and they do get lazy on shit. It's just they hide it really
Right,
well.
but they're less lazy than the rest of the world.
They're
but
they're
but
efficient about being lazy.
It's just at some point I've seen enough of Tokyo that I'm like, now I can see where they're.
but like with
You can see
they're
the
full of
flaws.
shit.
Yeah.
also it's like it's cramped too. So it's like with how nice can something?
Yeah, I
fucking
felt like
tiny
fucking
possibly
you know
be?
Gandalf when he's in Bilbo's house.
Yeah, right.
And he keeps hitting his head on shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how I felt in Japan. I felt
Yeah.
I felt like a giant.
I went to Japan. One time I went to Japan, and I was gonna be. It was like a layover, but it was like a day. And I'm like, so I'll just sleep at the airport on the bench at the airport. Have you ever seen a guy sleeping at the airport?
Sure,
Like,
sure.
I'm that guy.
Yeah.
Like you're that guy too.
Yeah.
I was in Japan. I was sleeping on a sofa out on the one of the terminals outside for like a day, and it became 2 days because my flight I was flying standby, and I didn't get on my flight, so I had to stay another day. And I went downtown, and like 3 in the morning, I went to the Fujiki Fish Market and walked around at like 3:30 in the morning, and no one stopped me because they probably thought I was
Asian.
a fish.
Fisher.
They thought I was
Catfish.
a magic fat. And nobody came to life.
Could sell you.
Like, cut your part.
But nobody like put a net on you and chopped you
No
up
one
into
stopped.
sushi.
They were like, this meat went bad.
Like no one stopped. I was walking around the entire time, like just, and like you're not supposed to do this. I found out later that it's really strict. But I got in and I just walked around this entire. People were bringing in giant tuna and giant fucking massive fish, dude. And like I would see fish getting sawed and like octopus, all types of crazy cool sea life. And no one stopped me. I like stopped and looked at
Where
the
in
shit.
the market?
The
famous giant
big
fish market.
big-
Yeah, no, because I visited that market.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
now
I-
they kind of stopped the visits, but maybe you got to where the people can't.
It was like, yeah, I feel like there was no other people. It was just all workers. And
It was
like,
also 3 in the
It was
morning.
like 3:30, 4 in the morning.
Tourists are really popular.
Yeah, that's true.
That's when the fishermen come.
And then All right, and then I went to this part of town that was super sleazy. I looked for like.
This is what Chris does. That's like
the smell of fish got him more.
There's easy pockets all over.
So he
Tokyo.
always that's the first thing he does when he gets to any new city. He does reconnaissance.
Yeah,
and tries to
red light
find
district.
where the whores are.
So where did you end up?
How do you
it was
say
too
red
far
light
away.
district in Japan?
It was kind of far away, but I went to.
Nippon.
I was near Tokyo Station, right?
Okay.
The central. I think that's what it's called.
Yes, Tokyo
And
Station.
I remember when I first got there, because I left in the nighttime. So before I went to the fish market, I walked to Tokyo Tower.
Okay.
Right, but it was closed.
That's actually how he got to the fish market. He
And
said
then I
that
just
to the
walked
taxi
to
driver.
and then I walked from there to the fish market.
And
By the time I got
bad
there, it was
translation.
like really early in the morning. But then I continued on, and I pushed back to this. They said there was an alleyway near Tokyo Station that was like really like shady, and like there were a lot of whores there. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm there. Let's go. And I went there, and I'm trying to get the shuttle back to the airport by like 7. Okay, so it's like 4:30, and I'm walking.
So how many
I'm
soapy massages did you
walking
get?
around.
He got 12.
I'm walking around this crazy neighborhood at night, and it's interesting walking like the paths and the sidewalks. It's really beautiful and really chill, and it's like,
Safe.
Yeah.
and it wasn't like it was like 4:35 in the morning. It wasn't light out yet. Or no, it had to be like it was still dark. I don't
It's
remember.
around that
All right,
time.
anyways, I get to
whores.
this weird whore neighborhood. It's
Or at least
dark,
a point.
and then
Yeah.
I see this woman, and she's like, she does this, and I'm like, yeah, like sure, fuck yeah. So I'm not even saying anything to her, talking to her at all, and she just waves me up, and then she like waves me into a room that like goes. It's just a doorway that is a staircase, and it leads all the way up to this room, and she's like waving me in there, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm bigger than anyone. Like, worst comes to worst, I'll just fuck my way out of this problem. I'll just,
Okay.
I don't know. I'll just
Take it in the ass without crying.
I don't know. I'm like this. I'm gonna go follow this random lady. Hopefully, there's not like
Some Yakuza
some
dudes.
Yakuza dudes trying to rob me. Because I don't look like I have a ton of money anyway. I feel like I can. This will be like I have.
You don't look like a guy who's worth robbing.
Yeah, well, you're
Exactly.
also and you are big.
Yeah,
You know?
like
Yeah,
I feel like
it
that
would
would
be a hassle.
I wouldn't. Yeah, exactly. So I went up. I got.
Yeah, Rick on the
so
other
she took me up to these
Very
stairs.
robbable.
And she's like, and she tried to give me a massage. She's like, you want them? She took me to this room with like all these beds and shit. And I'm like, cool. Like, she's like, you want a massage? And I'm like, what? I'm like,
4:30
for
in the
massage.
morning.
I'm like, listen, I'll just fuck you for what do you want? Like, you don't gotta give me a massage, lady. She's like, no sex, just massage. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
You
no.
just made me walk upstairs,
I'm
lady.
like, what? I'm like, what? Are you? I'm like,
They're pretty strict in Japan.
come on, why don't you
with
guys?
that
I'm like,
shit.
you should just grow up, you know. You need to just grow up. And I just
You
left.
told that?
Yeah.
You scolded the whore.
know
And
what?
I left. And I walked downstairs and I got on the shuttle and went back to the airport and jerked off.
In the bathroom.
No, on the
Yeah,
shuttle.
No, on the
The
shuttle.
shuttle.
Yeah.
That's why they call it
Yeah,
shuttlecock.
dude.
So when I was in Japan, this dude, so like Fa was like taking a shit or something in this like public bathroom,
Nice.
and then this old dude, I was wearing a Pittsburgh Pirates hat, and he comes up to me and he goes, "Pizza Buruga."
No way.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, Pizza Buruga. And then he was wearing a Milwaukee Brewers hat, and he goes, Milwaukee. And then I was like, yeah, oh, cool, you like baseball. I'm actually a Toronto Blue Jays fan. I don't know, I just like the Pittsburgh Pirates hat, but I'm really a Blue Jays fan. What team do you like, the Brewers? And then he goes, no English. and then he walked away, and I was like,
He
fucking
didn't say,
That's pretty cool.
sick interaction.
Yeah.
Blue gays.
Yeah.
Just wanted a little human connection right there.
Yeah, no, it was cool.
He's like,
Is that you lived there? You spent time in Japan?
No, I've just been there a bunch of times.
Okay. I'm always curious to hear, like, it sounds like they are, like, I don't know, you hear whatever dumb stories. So
Yeah.
the culture of it and how, like, when you're in that big of a city, how disconnected you become.
But it's wild how everything, it's such like a well-oiled machine, and everything just like works perfectly, and there's like instructions for everything.
Yeah.
There's like different lanes for walking on the
That's thorough.
sidewalk, and everybody, and you feel like you're like in the way of,
Yeah.
you know, here in Thailand you always feel like people are in your way. It's the opposite there. You feel like you're interrupting their awesome thing that's working.
That's
Yeah.
great.
But then you ride the train like in weekdays, and people look fucking miserable
Oh, yeah.
because they work so fucking hard. And then Friday night in Tokyo, there's just so many shit-faced businessmen everywhere.
Right, yeah.
Like just like like passed out on a bench and like yakking into a gutter. Like it's pretty ridiculous.
Everybody's working for the
you can drink in 7-Eleven. Like they have bars in 7-Eleven.
Yeah, they got these weird things where it's like all you can drink for like
45
2 hours.
minutes.
Yeah, and man, you get fucking shit faced.
Oh man, it's gotta suck to be a Japanese woman. It's gotta be pretty creepy on that train sometimes.
Yeah, there's women's only cars in the train. And there's signs everywhere that say
That's
no
hilarious.
groping and no shoving an octopus into a girl.
There's like an octopus with a no
gangbangs, no bukakis.
That's the weirdness, right?
That's great.
It's the weirdness of like repressing human nature.
Yeah,
It
that's
goes
why
bonkers.
they have like that kinky side to them. Like,
Yeah, they're kinky.
Fa and I went into this store.
I was going to say,
and it was-
I thought you said when you were talking about Fa taking a shit, and an old Japanese guy coming up, I was like, how much did he offer? You know, like, she takes shit on me next. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't do
But
it.
yeah, we
in
go into
Japanese.
this bookstore,
Yeah.
and there's like a sex section, and we go in, and we're kind of just like looking at the bullshit. And then there was a dude sitting there, and he had a wicked boner. Like, he had just this boner. And Fa's like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. This
This guy's
guy's
gonna
fully
blow.
torqued.
He's just
Yeah.
sitting there. Was he reading? He was just sitting there.
Yeah, he was perusing the pornography.
Perusing the pornography. Wait, so it was like
I found a lot of weird stuff in Tokyo.
how long have you spent? How much time have you spent in Tokyo cumulatively, Rick?
Cumulatively, that's a good question. Let's say a month and a half.
So
2
you
months.
spent more time there than all of us.
Yeah, I've only been there like a couple days.
I was there for like fucking.
Yeah,
You were there. You went to the fish market and the whorehouse.
Yeah, the first time I went
went to
on my
Okinawa
own.
once.
I stayed for 2 weeks. I walked all over the city. I walked
cool.
8 to 9 hours a day, just every different neighborhood.
What was the craziest neighborhood? Any neighborhoods stick out in your memory?
No, because the thing is like the more I still feel like I know nothing. Like in any neighborhood, there's always like a residential area, an office area, a bar area. There's always one bar street per neighborhood, where all the office workers get off of the train and just have a last drink before going home.
Wow.
So every neighborhood is and there's always a whore street. So it's like whores, bars in every.
Yeah, man,
neighborhood.
everything you need.
Yeah, but so
Bars,
like,
laundry,
so you go
office.
somewhere, we feel, oh, I'm out of the center, and this is gonna be quiet and nice, and then you're like, hey, wait, like this, I'm here during daytime, but this looks like adult entertainment for this whole 3 streets for no reason, randomly. But
What do you mean, no reason?
no, I mean
did
you
you
don't
see,
expect
like-
it, like you don't
Right,
expect.
right.
You're just like you feel like in the suburbs or whatever.
Did
It's still there.
you ever go to like any nice like cherry blossom parks or like
Yes,
ponds?
yes.
So did you just go like alley hopping around?
No. I also went there with my wife during cherry blossom. I went to all the parks and I did all the cherry blossom stuff, and it's beautiful. It's
Did you ever go to
gorgeous.
that castle? I remember I walked by this giant castle in Tokyo. It was like a giant, like it was like a park, or it was like a big stone gate, and you couldn't go in there, and it was like a castle or
The
some shit.
Imperial Palace?
Yeah, maybe that was it.
It's open once a
Castle.
year.
Wow.
So you can,
Yeah, whatever.
One of those
Yeah, I'm not
famous
allowed.
castles.
No, nobody's allowed. You can
Famous
see it.
Asian
You can see
castles.
it, but yeah.
Oh, I was wondering.
Well, why don't they call them castles? Cause,
No, they
Because
sometimes do. Some of them they do in other places.
Because castles are for white people, all right?
right,
Exactly.
yeah.
Asians live in
Palaces.
Palaces.
But what's funny is like I generally like to like everywhere I travel I like to
Pagodas
buy,
and
I
shit.
like to
Right.
I like to purchase like something that's like strange or local or like
He
unique
likes
to
he
somewhere.
likes to purchase strange and locos.
Yeah.
but-
So, but the thing,
More like
so
local strange,
so
but-
then I finally found one shop. Not because I wanted to buy it, but I wanted to see the place where they sell all the dirty underwear.
Yeah.
And then I saw it, and I was, and the things, the entire shop creeped me out because I had read that this shop would have that. It was really hard to find. It was unmarked somewhere.
Dirty underwear?
Yeah. So,
Hey,
but so
when
I
you-
get
when
in, I get in the shop.
Did you have a photo of the chick?
Yeah, because I would.
Well,
Yes, yes,
I
there
would
are
get
photos.
it.
Yes,
If
let's
I
go
knew
on,
what the
let's
chick
let
looked
them
like.
explain this.
Yeah. So anyway, so the
No, first we gotta address that we're like last time we're talking about how we talked about sex the whole time because Rick wasn't there. And this guy's going out of his way. He literally goes to Japan and goes. It wasn't easy. It wasn't like it was a vending machine at every corner for dirty panties. This guy's hunting now.
Yeah.
For how long? You said how long? Yeah, I'm sick of this guy being the squeaky clean motherfucker that we all think. Yeah, whatever. Go ahead, Candy. Tell us what happened.
He's fucking wearing the dirty panties right now.
That's great.
no. But so anyway, so I want to see what's special about a place.
Sure.
So I
You saw it on HBO.
So there's
Sex
this neighborhood.
Talk or whatever.
So you have
And
Shibuya. Shibuya is where there's
Yeah.
this famous like crossing
That's
with
like the
in
Tokyo
all
Drift.
directions and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like it's by Shibuya. So it's just like 5 minutes from that crosswalk.
Yeah.
There's like you go up like northwest a little bit, a couple of streets or whatever, and then there's like a street with a lot of low hotels and stuff like that. It's in that area, and then there's like you have to go up some stairs, and then there's, it looks like it's like a residential building, and
So
there's
much
just one
work.
little sign that says Rope, and the shop is called Rope, and then you
What?
get in, and it's a really tiny shop. It's like small. It's like smaller than this living room. And it's just shelves and shelves and shelves and shelves.
Of dirty patties.
Oh, no, like you open the door, it's just like a bunch of shelves.
Did it
and
smell in
immediately-
there?
Of what?
No, wait,
Shelves
wait,
of
wait.
what?
Yeah, I'm trying to describe it.
Alright.
So yeah, so just shelves of school uniforms, used, all of them, with like
nice.
briefcases. And I was like, what the fuck? It was
no.
like real, like secondhand pedo shit. Like really bad. It was just bad. It was like they were selling authentic used school uniforms.
Oh my god.
It was like not a costume
no.
shit. I was like, this is wrong. And then there was a
At
shelf.
least they took the kids out of them first. I will give them
I
that.
don't know.
You're just
Did they,
fucking in the
wait, so they
uniform.
smelled
And
authentic? you say?
well, every uniform was like in plastic
Oh
with
my
like a
God.
sticker with the photo of the girl.
Oh my
She still
God.
on the uniform.
Well, how
it's
old-
horrible.
how old were the girls?
That's fucked up. That's interesting. Fucked
The
up.
whole
I didn't
thing could
expect
be
that.
fake. Like you don't know. They could
But the
just
girl-
put a
but the
sticker
girl
on
in the
it and
picture-
say that it's her. You know?
Are they?
Right, it could be a wind
Because I was into this until you got to the kids part.
No,
Like,
but this is, I was never into
No, like
this.
when you see Sailor Moon and all that shit, remember that it's all underage people. Like there's no.
How old is Sailor Moon?
oh, she's 18.
Fucking kidding me? She's in school.
Oh,
She's
Oh, that's why
14
she's,
or
that's why
whatever
she's dressed
she
like
is.
that.
right.
That's
okay.
a school
No.
uniform,
So
right?
all of this school uniform shit is people that are under 18.
But the cartoon Sailor Moon, I think we talked about it. The cartoon itself wasn't sexualized. It was the.
No, but I mean, it's all this schoolgirl fantasy.
Sure,
It's
sure,
like
sure.
there's
I think
schoolgirls,
of a-
they're
Well, I
proper
want to
schoolgirls.
see. I want to see an adult woman in a schoolgirl outfit.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
Well, I mean,
Catholic, Catholic schoolgirl
Why?
outfit.
yeah, like,
Well, why though?
dude, there's nothing the Thai university uniform
Yeah, 'cause
is
they're
so fucking sexy.
It's not.
Yes, it is, dude.
The tight girl.
Dude, when the
university?
girl
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
the little
Short
like
skirts?
slit pencil skirt
All
thing.
right, yeah, oh, yeah, all
dude.
day, all day.
I hooked up with a chick who this is like a long ass time ago. So I hooked up with this chick. She's wearing a university uniform.
Right on.
And then we start like making out, and we're starting to fuck. And then she like takes, and I was like, no,
Yeah.
you're gonna leave that on.
Yeah.
But I agree with him because something
many-
about there's been a handful of cool pedophiles that we didn't know about 50 years ago that sexualized making these things. So now we see adults in those outfits, and but it does bleed back. Is that what you're kind of? I think that's. I don't think it would have been.
How much?
If nobody sexualized these schoolgirl outfits, they're not that great. I would
No.
way rather see a
Alright,
miniskirt than a pencil skirt.
Right.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you because they're the ones that I'm talking about, not the high school. I'm talking about university, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like white shirt
And the black skirt.
Talking about
Yeah.
university.
But do I want to really see a girl in a button-up shirt? I mean, I've seen good-looking versions of it.
You know
Not
what you
that
really
good
don't
as
want to
a-
see? What you don't want to see is a package like a pizza box, half
Yeah.
of a pizza box of folded dirty panties.
Yes.
And think, how did all these panties get this fucking dirty?
And
Like,
how-
why are these girls not wiping their fucking asses? They all have Japanese toilets.
Well, it's like
and it's
shit
all full of
stains?
shit stains.
Ew.
It's like
What?
they're brown
wait,
stains.
Wait, shut up. You said just soiled panties.
Yes, soiled
In a bo-
panties.
How much were they in the box?
I don't know. Like,
Yeah, you
I
do.
don't-
How much-
No,
how much
because
is
it's
a box?
years ago. It's
And
years
you
ago.
have to do
All right,
math.
was it like
It's-
10
it's-
bucks? $10?
No, it was like what I remember was surprisingly expensive.
Okay.
So it's not cheap.
Wow.
But it was.
That's
But
so-
why are they dirty?
Here's the thing. I think if it was
Because guys are into that. They're into
But
more.
what if a
They don't want a
woman-
brand new panty. They want
Yeah,
a girl
I
who at
want
least
some
went
stank in
jogging.
them.
Yeah, but that
Yeah.
means there's so the thing was there's people are soiling panties for sale. There's
Right.
not a.
Yeah, there's-
it's
I
not
mean,
like
you know
they're
how many
collecting
times
like.
I've tried to get girlfriends because
Yeah.
I'm not into that. But if I was a girl, I would be selling panties.
Oh, for sure.
I don't
All day long.
understand why people don't do
Because the
more.
world can't run on
Yeah.
soiled panties. We
I'm
can't-
sure.
that-
But if you're a hot
the economy
chick,
would
but
collapse.
That's such a dude thing to
If
say,
every
though.
dude did
If
it.
I was a hot chick, I would just
If
be
every
a
chick
whore
did
and then
that.
sell
Well,
it.
no, that's the thing. You're not even a whore. You get to just sell you just get to
Bath
sell
water.
items of
Oh,
clothes.
Tastes like a
Totally, yeah.
bath.
No, I would definitely have OnlyFans, and I would show my butt. And
Think
my
about this
pussy.
though. You're buying underwear,
And then you would-
like if I
and
could
then you-
rotate in
This is
underwear every
retarded.
day. Like every month, I get a new underwear, and at the end of the month, I just send it over to Harold in Chicago.
Yeah.
And he's buying me all my underwear.
$70
I would
bucks.
love that.
I'm very-
Even
I'm
if it
very-
just paid for my underwear.
Yeah, and you just
I'd be happy.
That's what you do
Wait,
for a living.
were the
is you
uniforms
just
soiled
sharpen
too?
You
around
don't even have to make money. I'm just saying you cut. It's like selling weed.
I
You know how you
didn't
sell
look into
weed?
it.
You don't
So
actually.
I got in to try to find the panties. I saw the panties. I took a photo of the
Whose
panties.
panties?
And then I left that
so-
fucking store
was it a-
ASAP.
So you have
Was
a
it a
box.
specific
I would
panty?
have like browsed
it-
around.
It was,
the
no,
store.
it was like a bundle of different panties.
That's pretty creepy, dude.
And then you could
So did
maybe
it-
buy them
Do you think it's a trap?
individually
You're just
or as
looking-
a stock.
You were looking for a panty store. You weren't looking for like Angela's panties. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah,
you know
no,
what I'm saying?
no, I just
'Cause I
thought-
feel like he went in
No,
there.
it
Right? He
was
says
just-
he went in there, took a picture of the,
It's
the
just
panties.
before going to Tokyo, the whole
Yeah.
thing of the soiled panties was like this legendary.
Right,
Like,
it was a myth.
like it's a myth, and you think, well, it's not real. Like it's
Yeah.
not real, and they're like, maybe I'm gonna see if I find it. What I didn't understand is for me to find this, I would have to end up
Those are mine. Those are
in the
mine.
dark,
Those are
in the
panties
real
store.
darkness
In
of
your belly of
Yeah.
You,
The
by the
legend
way,
of the
you-
panties.
You don't
Dirty
want
panties store.
you don't want Angela's dirty panties. You
No,
want
but the
fucking
funniest
Daisuke.
the funniest part wasn't that. The funniest part was so
Was there
they-
anyone else in the store?
not an old guy that was behind the counter. But the funniest
I
part
love
wasn't
that guy.
that. The funniest part, so
Wow.
the door was, I couldn't see the sign properly because it was kind of a very discreet sign.
Sure.
So I knocked on the wrong door.
You're like, excuse me, I'm looking for.
No. So I knocked on the door.
The door rolled her eyes and be
No.
like, upstairs, you sick fuck.
So I knock on the next door. I knock on the next door over,
Yeah,
and then I hear clack. I know. Somebody opens the door. It's a
Yeah.
Japanese guy, just like opens the door a little bit, and between the time that it took him to realize that I was in the wrong place, I could barely see inside, and I saw there were like weird like gambling. It was like a gambling den with like gambling tables and games and shit. And he was like, he crossed his hands like, no. He shut the door, and I heard clack, 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 clack.
Wow.
I was just like, I'm in the wrong building, dude. So that stressed me out. So when I got to the other one, I was like, I need to get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
It was in the middle of the afternoon, though.
Was the room like the panty shop? Was it
Yes.
smelly? Like,
No, because everything was in plastic.
Oh, it's all
smelled
wrapped.
smelled
I
of
just
plastic.
imagine like just like
I don't remember the smell.
Imagine a very tall gentleman with a backpack. It's like,
Yeah,
like,
that's exactly.
Excuse me, where is a dirty panties store? I'm like,
Hey,
You
you
know
see you
where
guys are
it's
doing
slowly
illegal
dirty.
gambling in there. Do you know if you could get any like kids' panties around here?
Look for soiled children's panties.
But I didn't even think that they would be. I don't think the soiled panties are necessarily from underage.
Yes.
It's just they are soiled
It's all,
panties.
it's a kink. It's a kink.
Yeah, that doesn't
What if
matter.
it was the guy? Here's the racket, though. Here's the
What
racket.
if it's just a dude wearing
It's
the
a
panties?
dude. It's a dude soiling the panties, and
Probably.
then he just prints out
It's
a picture.
probably
of a
the whole
girl.
thing is a
tried it.
racket.
I tried it.
You ever see
That's
that?
where I'm telling you that low-key Japanese people are also kind of
They're
full of
getting
shit.
conned.
Like I can see it.
Oh my god.
Yo, let's start a soiled panty business.
we'll soil them
You know,
ourselves.
and we'll brand it like raw comedy soiled panties.
You already smell like a pussy.
What do you think about?
Wait, did these panties smell like pussy? Did they have like a?
I
He
didn't
was
buy
a
them.
brand-
I didn't
I know,
touch
but did
them.
they have any like sample? Like, is that like a sample panty on the table?
A little scratchy
No,
sniff.
no.
You know, just,
No.
A sample
Like at the
panty by
grocery store when they have
Yeah.
cheese or
Just
whatever
like, so you have
with
your
a
panties-
toothpick in it.
Like they didn't have like a fucking panty on a string with like sniff me. And it's like,
No, it was like a clear plastic package with like maybe 10 of them in there. And maybe,
Jesus
Oh, you get them
Christ.
in bulk. That's nice.
but I don't know if you were supposed to buy the whole thing and buy 10, or you would like.
Like how
that's where they
soiled?
were
How
stored.
soiled were they? Were they like seriously soiled?
there's a spectrum of soil. I gotta guess.
Right? Do you
Was
pay
there-
more
Okay,
for
my
more?
memory of it is
Was there
is
any
real
that was
fuzzy,
like?
but
Was there any panty that was just? Oh my god! Like this guy shit himself. Like
it was like most of them were like pretty soiled. Like I can't. It was like
Ew.
full on diarrhea, but it was like
That's
either a
tough.
very heavy yellow stain or a light brown stain.
Yeah.
It was like they were like
disgusting.
Yeah,
no,
dude,
the whole way across.
so
It was just
gross.
like, what the fuck is going on here? Why are they this soiled?
I want.
We're all crossed our
Yeah,
arms.
None of us defending ourselves.
None of us
Yeah.
want this.
Because like, yeah.
Because
That's why I'm saying that
about,
at some point something that sounds like this exciting thing. Oh, I like to smell women's panties, and then when you really
not
when you really
exciting.
think about it, it's like, do I want to put my nose in shit?
So I wouldn't buy the soiled panties, but I've definitely picked up panties that smell them. Who the
I think
fuck has it?
every guy's done that.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna.
But they weren't soiled. They just kind of smelled like pussy a little bit.
Right. Every young man.
Because you know what? Like when a girl's like, the shit is gross.
Even Obama
but,
has smelled
but like
women's panties.
yeah.
Every man
Smelled
ever.
Michelle's panties.
Every man to exist.
But like, you know when you like, a chick is like really hot, and you don't want her pussy to be like tasteless. You know what I mean? If she's really hot, you want to like Can't you go like run around the block a few times and get
Never
some,
honestly
get some
thought
steak?
about that. I mean, I
like
understand. I'm not condemning you for thinking that, but I've never thought like, yeah. To be honest,
You never smelled pant?
no, I'm not saying I don't enjoy the musk of a good camel toe. But I'm just saying I've never thought like, oh, I can't wait to smell, like, or I hope it's like you get there and it's like, oh, this is just, I don't smell anything. What is this? I don't smell anything. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with your pussy? I wouldn't know. I'd be I just keep eating.
No, me too.
Yeah.
It's not gonna stop me. I'm like, your pussy's too clean.
It is rough when you got in there and it's like tinny or like there's something like a little off with it. You're like, God.
Tinny is not good. You can taste the iron.
Yeah. There's the iron.
No.
Or like, I remember a girl who smoked cigarettes a lot and just had this like metallic-y taste, but it wasn't too close to that time. It was more like I don't like talking about it. Cut this out.
There are certain places I'll put my dick that I would never put my
That's
mouth.
true. Yeah, that's true.
You know, like I'm only gonna
like
like a dude's ass.
Like if there was a glory hole for mouths, nobody would use it. You would just go, I just hope that there's a mouth kissing you on the other
I've
side.
always felt like the mouth is like a way more, what's the word? Intimate.
Yeah, definitely.
Than a pussy or a dick.
Yeah, because
I'm like,
fucking pissing
to me,
shit out of that area.
to me, getting blown by some chick is way more intimate.
So then, how about
Then
vice versa?
fucking
Like
her.
if your girl, say you're in a monogamous relationship, and if you
Right.
found out a girl blew a guy, or she got fucked by a guy, would you be more bothered by either one?
I'd be more bothered by the blowing one, to be honest, because that's like, I have to look at that.
Yeah, I have to kiss that.
I have to look at that
Really?
face every day. Yeah, totally. But it's also like we're human beings and like whatever. Fuck it. So who cares? It's part of life. It's part of who we. It's part of our nature to blow people and shit
And sniff
and
panties.
sniff panties and and get fucked. So like those are the things we do as humans.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. How many dicks do you think that you've kissed?
Dude,
Just-
I don't know, man. Who knows?
Just like
knows?
you've been Eskimo. Your tongue has been Eskimo brothers with other dicks.
Dude, that's like I've never thought of that, and that's like disquieting, making me uneasy because I've I've kissed so many dicks.
Yeah, you're probably gay, dude.
Yo, so like,
It's not the same thing.
so like, yeah, so
That's why I'm kissing that girl. So that is why I'm kissing her.
because the girl fucked
I
a
can
dude.
really taste
Right.
Chris's dick in this.
The girl blew a dude.
That's the only reason I hook up with chicks is because I know they've fucked other dudes.
Exactly.
It's like the proximity.
I just want to be close to something that fucks dudes. That's what. That's so stupid. Yeah. Nah, but I feel like don't you feel the same way? Like I mean that like blowing someone is a lot. For a chick blowing you.
How do you feel about blowing someone?
A chick blowing you, for her, it's got to be a lot more intimate than fucking just getting.
I don't know for her.
I don't
What-
feel.
going down on the
I
girl,
don't
you think-
agree.
Because,
but-
like,
Yeah, I don't agree either.
But I did meet one time a girl that thought that.
I've met a lot of girls who thought like that.
Yeah, she was like, I don't know you enough to blow you.
Yeah, because I've had that. I've had that too. I've had that.
I don't know you well enough to blow you.
Yeah, dude, I've had
Yeah,
that.
that was said to me.
It was like a blowjob's like a fun thing I only do with people that I'm in relationships with.
No, that's probably because like I have this thing where I'll bang a chick, and if she's kind of gross, I'm not gonna go anywhere near licking her pussy. So maybe chicks feel that way too. They're like, "Oh fuck,"
Yeah, it could be.
and I'm not putting that.
I
gross-
imagine that
This
does
is
have
just-
to do with
This
it.
is
for
me
sure.
being a complete heterosexual dude. I would think though the dick is on the outside and the vagina is on the
Yeah.
inside. I feel like
So you're like penetrating.
yeah, and I just think the vaginas is just a little bit more
Personal.
No, it's not. No, because I think going down on a girl is not as intimate as fucking a girl. For me, and I also think I guess a blowjob wouldn't be.
Oh, I mean, for a guy, it's different.
But I'm just saying, like, there's this, like, a
talking
vagina
about
is
for a chick.
self-lubricating. So it's just like, I don't, like, I'm saying, what am I saying? I'm saying,
Nobody knows.
I'm saying that you like getting fucked in the ass.
no, I'm thinking that if a
You
girl
wanna blow a dude?
giving a blowjob wouldn't be as intimate because it's outside skin. I mean, this is me not knowing how to blow anybody.
But a dick is still going inside them, though. But it's not their mouth.
Yeah,
it's
but like
their
I've had
vagina.
lollipops and I've had things in my mouth before that aren't dicks. I've had girls' fingers in my mouth. It wasn't
Sure.
hard. Like that's. But if you got to go like, you're getting like. I feel like a blowjob is less intimate than a guy going down on.
I see what
How
you're
about
saying.
that?
Yeah, sure.
Where guys like you got to go all in and there's like things getting all over you.
Right, you're
and-
going inside with the woman.
Yeah.
Right, literally. So for them, it's probably means more as well.
Maybe I hope it does. I hope it
Yeah,
does.
I like mucking barn.
Yeah, I like blowing girls.
With their big.
Do you ever have a girl who had a big enough clit
With
that
big
you blew?
clits,
I
yeah.
had a girl who had a clit who was about that. It was like from my knuckle of my pinky.
So she has like a micro penis.
And it
clit.
kind of shaped like a penis too.
Yeah.
And I was blowing that thing. I was getting on
You're
there,
deep
playing with it.
What'd you do with the balls?
I was trying. I was looking for him. Get in there.
Oh my god.
Gave it dome.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was trying to deep throat it. I was like deep lipping
deep,
it.
deep cheek.
Yeah, dude. I feel like a blowjob is also like it's like if you're dating a chick that's older, that's like not. I feel like a blowjob is like a young woman's game. It's a young woman's game. It's like something a young woman does to you on like a second date. That's not like a. I don't know. That's not like
I completely disagree.
That's not a couple thing after like years and years.
All right, this is intricate. I'm sorry,
But the quality of the blowjob
I
you're gonna
think-
get is gonna be very different.
I think there's a curve. There's like the
True, I guess.
really like not really young girls, but say like the newer girls kind of want to know if they're good at blowjobs, so they start.
Yeah, that's
and
what
then
I'm
that
talking
like
about.
later 20s, they're all like, ugh, because they've had so many bad experiences with guys going down on them, or like bad dicks probably. There's like a ugh.
Right,
But then
right. So you're saying once the girl finds the dick she likes and the guy she likes attached to it,
yeah,
then
that
it's like
helps.
a
But also
meaningful-
no, because I'm a little older than you guys. Like mid 30s, late 30s women, they're great blowjobs.
Yeah.
So I don't know if
Yeah,
it's because they were born in the
practice.
It might be, or they just know it's a necessity. They're just like, I gotta get down on this. You know.
I guess you're right. No, yeah, I'm wrong.
So there's like a. But I remember the last teenager I dated.
one of the best blowjobs I got was from a 37-year-old.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Last year, 37.
That was a year
That
ago.
was a couple years ago.
Years ago when I first met
Side chick.
you. Saw it. I just waved you in,
I guess.
walked up 3 flights of stairs.
But I just say on average though, the most let's say out of the spectrum of girls I've had sex with, fucking from
All three
18
of
from
them.
18 to fucking
Carol.
45 or whatever. Like I'd say the majority of them that blew me would be on this side of the spectrum.
The younger
That's
side.
The younger side of the spectrum. But the ones that did blow me were like
Better at it.
way better at it.
Yeah.
Though.
Well, if you
were amazing
if
at
you
it,
actually stuck around and dated them, you probably instead of just fucking them once.
Throw out my smoke bomb and fucking.
I mean, blowjobs also improve as the girl gets to know your dick.
Right.
You know what I did? This is how I started getting good blowjobs. I don't know if you guys know this,
But it's less exciting.
I started making like I feel so sometimes uncomfortable or whatever, but I'll make noises now, and even if I don't want to,
like what? Like
yeah, I'm like, I'm like, stupid. He doesn't really taunt her.
Oh, good
No,
job,
you just
bro.
start making noise. You start making it, and I'll just go like, oh yeah, that's the best blowjob ever. And you're like, really? And then you just
You're like, no, not really.
yeah, you know, it's like. Yeah, you gotta play that game.
Oh, good job, bro.
Whoa, that was amazing.
Say you're
Steve.
fake
Yo,
orgasm.
No, with fake orgasm.
Yo, this blowy is sick. Yo, you're fucking dope at this.
Dude, imagine being, two gay dudes must have so
Hey,
much
high
fun.
five.
Dude, they just hang out and then they just blow each other, bro.
Yes.
How much fun would that be?
That'd
If
be
you're
pretty
gay?
sick.
If you like that shit, that must be the best.
You guys can't do it.
Yeah, nobody's. We tell you every week when we leave, you guys can do it. You're trying to watch, but
Well, we wouldn't enjoy it though. That's
Yeah,
the
you have-
problem.
How do you know?
Well,
Have you tried it?
No, I haven't.
Oh, yeah, I
you
would
go.
not want justice to suck my dick, dude. I'm
How
pretty
do you
sure.
know?
I'm
To make
pretty
it
sure.
fair, we would have to 69, but I get to go on top, right? So you
Justin
have-
is
you
gonna
have
suck
ass-
your
else
dick.
you'd suffocate.
Yeah, you
Just
have an
think-
ass view.
You're gonna suck each other like you wish you got sucked.
That's so gay.
Yes.
Dude, but I'm just
I
not,
would be
though.
grossed out by it, but I would probably be pretty good at it. Like if I was into it, I would probably be good at it.
Again, nothing's
I don't
stopping
know.
you.
No, we're not gonna just blow each other, bro. Just because we like getting blown by chicks. Doesn't mean we're just gonna blow each other.
But it's too bad that we're picky like that. We'd get a
it's
lot more
weird.
blowjobs if we weren't.
It's true. People will pay you to get
Like
blown.
instead of doing this podcast, we could be blowing
Right,
each other.
we can just be blowing each other instead.
Definitely be more productive. I definitely feel better about it when I
It'd
left
be-
you.
it would-
No, but like,
First of all, I'd be more productive. We'd feel better after, and it would be funnier than this
Right,
podcast.
but we're not gay. But we don't.
I mean,
But,
I'm not saying it's easier to have sex if you're
can't, though.
gay, but from the few gay friends that I've had, it seems like it is. Like,
No, of
I'm
course
like,
it is, because they don't have
holy
to.
shit.
They don't have to go through all the bullshit. They don't make each other jump through hoops and stuff.
Yeah, and they both have jobs. So
So they're like, yo, do you want to?
I think if they have an attraction, they kind of just.
That's.
Do you want to just blow each other before we do a podcast and
Yeah.
stuff?
Basically, it's just like we hang out. Yeah, we're not attracted to each other sexually. Right, so we can't blow each other.
He has to tell us. This is him doing the math. Right. So we're not attracted to each other. Okay. So
The only reason I'm
that's
not
why
blowing
we
you
can't
guys.
blow each other. All right, good.
Okay,
All right, I understand now. All right.
But
Sorry, drooling.
okay, but you could just start by jerking each other off. Just not be gay about it. Okay, like
That's
you're used
so
to having
gay.
a dick in your hand.
A literal
Just
circle
grab
jerk.
Justin's jerk.
So everybody goes to the right.
Let's go.
I've already-
Rick's got the longest
It's like
arm,
full
so
circle.
that makes sense.
I've already convinced myself
Yo,
that
that'll
in a situation like that, like I had a girlfriend who you have girlfriends who ask you that, like how gay can you be and stuff.
I can't at all.
Your girlfriend never asks you, but your girlfriend will ask you, right?
No, she'll just
You just
girlfriend.
dance around when you tuck your dick in your.
My girlfriend's
between your legs.
I like tuck my dick in and like.
That shit is the
Play
funniest
goodbye
thing you
horses.
could possibly do.
I don't like,
Just
hey
tuck your
baby,
dick
I'm
in.
all-
hilarious.
The tuck is hilarious. Yeah.
She's like, you faggot.
I had a girlfriend who always asked me how gay I could be, and I narrowed it down because it was like money, like how, you know,
Oh, for pay.
yeah, gay for pay kind of stuff. And I could go pretty low, but for a hand job without looking, like I could do a hand job like this.
It would have to be a
And I would,
life-changing amount of
So
money.
I'd be like this, Chris, and then just go not
Like looking away.
Yeah,
That's pretty gay.
and then you gotta let me
you,
know.
you got heavy ass
Yeah,
hands,
yeah.
bro. I don't want that shit.
And
on
what's
me.
gayer, to be the one doing the hand job without looking, or to be the one getting the
I
hand
think
job?
getting it is gayer than giving.
I would
it.
want to be blindfolded.
Me too.
If I had to get a hand job from a dude,
But
I'd
the
have to be
hand job,
blindfolded.
because a blowjob, it's gayer to be the one sucking the dick. But the
Yes.
hand job, it's gayer to be the one getting the hand job.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Agreed.
Weirdly,
Wait,
Yep.
what?
because of intimacy levels.
Yes.
I'm right
Whoa,
on.
whoa, whoa, yeah,
Are you?
yeah,
Okay,
wait,
yeah.
so for a hand
Is
job,
somebody writing this down?
Yeah.
Because we're figuring this shit out. Maybe we could solve America.
What I'm saying is, getting blown
Right.
is less gay than blowing,
right.
but getting a hand job is
It's more
gayer
gay.
than giving a hand job.
How is it more gay?
Because he's just kind of doing a job. You know, he's
You've
just
done
looking
this.
away.
You've
Yeah.
done this. You had a shake weight in your hand before. You know.
And you're the one with a boner enjoying it. You
I don't
fucking
think.
fag.
I don't think doing this isn't really sexual.
That's
Even
it,
though you're
that's
doing
it.
something sexual,
That's it.
the physical activity
Right.
we hear is
Doesn't
that's
mean-
not sexual.
You're
Right.
just like
Yeah,
you're
like-
basically a
you're
machine.
accomplishing a task.
You're like a
yeah.
machine. Yeah, you're not even.
Yeah, but when you do the blowjob, you're still a machine.
Yeah, sure,
No,
but there's a dick in
somehow-
your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And balls right here, somewhere around.
But a
here.
dick in your mouth is not as gay as a dick in your hand.
Yes.
Apparently.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No,
Or
a
is it
dick in your
equally
mouth
gay? It's equally gay.
Is more
is
gay.
pretty gay.
This is gay. I feel like it's,
All right,
it's
what's
as
more
close
gay?
to gay as
What's
it can
more
get.
gay? A dick in your mouth or a dick like a hot dog in between your butt cheeks? What's more gay?
I think dick in the mouth is more gay.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah, I agree, I
is it
agree.
my dick on the dude's butt cheeks or his
Either
dick?
way.
Either
Either way.
Doesn't matter. Either one.
We could judge.
Both of them.
We could
Is
judge
he,
it.
is
Both
he like
ways.
fucking like he's like titty fucking my
Yeah,
ass?
he's titty fucking your ass.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's not that gay.
An erect
But
dude.
he won't come on your back.
He's just putting it there.
You
It's
just put it there.
Like, he's
Like
just-
a hot dog.
He's just lying
between
there.
two buns. Yeah.
So is it?
I
So
feel
do
like
you-
that's just kind of like
So do you mean is it gayer to give your cheeks to be fucked, or is it gayer to give a blowjob?
wait, you're not getting fucked in your asshole.
not getting
though.
fucked.
Yeah, I
You're
know. It's just in
You're
the
getting
valley.
bunned.
Just, yeah.
You're just getting bun fucked.
But you know what? I don't know why they haven't done. I'm gonna do that to my girlfriend tonight. It sounds great. Like I'm gonna bun fuck somebody. I've never
It's
bun
weird
fucked.
that I've never done that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fucking right there.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff you can fuck if you.
It's true.
Sorry.
That is true.
You can
Never-
fuck an armpit.
Yeah, you've been to Japan, you know.
You can fuck between
Yeah,
two
in the
legs.
shower.
Anything that can press on both sides
Yeah,
is
yeah.
something you can fuck.
Yeah. But I've done a lot of things sexually, and I've never bun fucked.
You ever make your
No.
girl wear heels in the shower?
What? Why?
No, I'm sorry.
You're
Never mind.
slippery.
This is dangerous. Never mind. But so you could bun fuck them, though. You idiot.
Oh, right. Because they're shorter than you.
Yeah,
shorter.
it raises the level.
I love.
Dude, I love the idea of like the girl would be just confused. Like if it's like your first time hooking up with a chick,
Super
and
effective.
she'd be
He's like, what are you doing?
How are
you even putting
How
it
are you
in?
even enjoying this?
Yeah. But I've always wondered because they titty like why would a girl titty fuck? But I've gotten titty fucked and I was like, why? And they're like, I like it. All right, cool.
I like getting titty fucked.
It's weird.
You like getting titty fucked? That's what he said. That's pretty gay, Jeff. Just together.
The guy has to have a small dick because I don't really have big tits.
No, that's basically a flat hand job. Is what you're doing.
Yeah, I gotta use my hands.
Yeah.
Too.
Some girls do that.
Yeah.
Getting titty fucked is the best if they're on top of you with their titties. Actually,
Yeah, like if they're doing the work.
yeah. Like why? Like you want to be on top of a chick's chest, like fucking her chest. It's so funny.
It's a bit weird.
It is weird. It's like, but that's like to me, that's the equivalent of like you 69ing her, but you're on top of her. All right, does that make sense? Would you ever do that?
Sure.
No. Would you
Yeah,
ever?
I would.
Would you ever?
I'm legally not allowed to.
Would you ever 69 a chick, but you're on top?
Yeah, I would.
That's so weird.
I've
Why?
tried. Just
Why should you eat your asshole? You
Yeah.
say?
Dude,
weird.
getting your ass
around the whole thing.
So wait, all right.
Whoa.
No,
Getting your ass eaten by a girl is not gay.
Okay, I know it's not gay, but I'm talking about 69ing.
Wait.
So you would,
Getting your ass eaten by a girl in what position?
Fucking any position. You're
dog style?
on your
It's a
stomach.
girl. It's a girl eating your
Are you
ass.
putting your
Yeah.
legs up?
Yeah.
you like
You know,
Or
how-
are you
over your
doing
shoulder?
doggy style?
You know how they like change your diaper
Are
on a
you-
baby?
oh.
Like that's what the girl does.
Right,
She'll
right.
lift up your legs.
right? Doesn't
Yeah,
it feel like you get your diaper changed?
So you have your legs up and you think that's not a little bit gay?
It's not gay at all. It's a girl doing it.
It's like
Do
I'm
you
a good
it's
baby.
not a
Like,
manly
I'm a good
position.
baby. Lick my
It's
ass.
definitely not a strong, manly position. You don't see anybody starting like their MMA career. You know,
Legs up. The other way to do it is you put like a pillow under your stomach so you get more of like an arch, and you're like this. You're presenting your ass.
Okay, but so
Okay.
in
So yes, it's not manly, but it's
The
not.
manly-
so
way to
in
get your
neither
ass
of
eaten.
those positions, in either can you see the girl's face?
No, she's
No,
looking
you
my
bury
asshole.
your
What are you
face in
So
talking
Sorry,
if
my
a
ass.
guy did it, would you ever be able to tell the difference?
Yeah, because he's
Yeah,
got
the
stubble.
ruffle. and
Would
stuff.
you though?
Not stubble.
Well,
That's just your asshole hair.
I'm just
That's just
saying,
your trimmed asshole
you
hair.
could get Chris to do it.
That would be gay.
yeah.
No,
think the
if
manliest
you
way-
get your pillow on your arch, it won't be
The
gay.
manliest way to get your ass eaten by if you're a dude is if you stand up and you put one leg on a chair. Like Captain Morgan. And she's below you eating
And
your
your hands on your waist.
Right, exactly. That's the manliest way to get your
You're
ass
And
eaten.
you're
like-
sipping a cup of
Yeah,
coffee.
yes, exactly. I
Like,
was
yeah.
about to
Any
say.
other way
Yeah.
is like
You're like doing business plans.
You're on the phone and shit.
yeah, exactly. Any other way to get your ass
War.
eaten. I don't know.
Buy, sell.
I wasn't a big fan of getting my ass eaten. I remember when a girl
So if it's a girl, it's not gay.
Yeah, exactly.
So if a girl fucks you with a strap on, it's not gay.
That's
Correct.
a little bit gay though,
It's not
but
gay.
it's not. But it's a little because it's a dick. It's a fake dick. So
I'll be
it's kinda-
sincere. I'll be sincere. I've never had that happen, but I also don't think it's gay at all.
Yeah, it's a girl doing it.
Yeah.
But again,
Sex.
I'm
sex
asking,
is such
I
a-
don't know.
Yeah,
That's
but I
so
really
gay?
do.
What do you
Yeah.
mean? What do you mean? Just because a girl? So if a girl,
for girls,
Gay-
so just because a girl, so if a girl,
Gay is not a sexual activity; it's an attraction to a
Right.
sexual.
Ah.
sexual
Therefore, you can give each other hand jobs.
That's
And
why.
it won't be gay.
That's why.
Whoa,
That's why
you're
you
right,
saying that
100%.
you'd rather fuck a woman that looks like me more than a female that has a dick. You know, like a beautiful woman that has a dick.
That's
Yeah.
a great question.
Well, we had this me and Brian Elward. Were you there too?
No, but I
We were
totally
saying-
agree.
and
Though
he
I would
said-
rather fuck a gross woman than
Yeah.
a.
Oh,
chick
you
right
were
here.
there.
Right
So
here, right here.
Yeah.
Same.
Chris said that he'd rather fuck a me with a vagina
Than a smoking
than
hot lady boy.
the most beautiful woman with a penis.
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
not a great question. What are you talking about?
No, but I'm the same though. I
Ridiculous.
feel exactly
Nobody
the
wants
same.
to fuck me. This is even with the dick.
Trying to get
We're
fucked
not.
I don't
Trying to
really
try
want to
out
have
this
sex with
new
Lex.
lady.
I don't really want to have sex with Lex, even if he changes his gender.
Yeah.
I don't
you're
care.
right,
Exactly,
but
that's what
yeah,
I'm
but
saying.
yeah, but like that's
No, I'm not
I'm not
saying,
attracted to the vagina.
No. I'm saying a woman who was born with a vagina who just happens to look like Lex. I'm not saying
Yes.
Lex gets a vagina made.
yes, exactly.
Shit.
A woman.
It's a woman who
through and
looks
through.
exactly like me,
Right.
Yeah.
but has a vagina.
Sure.
She
Okay,
but
talks
then a
like
lady
me.
boy
No,
doesn't
I'm getting
count.
Has the beard and everything.
I'm getting a little hard. Just
You know, my
Thinking about
girlfriend
Lex's
and
pussy.
my girlfriend literally said that my ass looks like camel toe. Like it
Like a
has
camel
it's
toe?
because it's a flat and it just.
Well, you're
falls.
Latino. That's how
It just
Latinos do.
falls down. No, a lot of Latinos have J-Lo. I'm Puerto Rican, man. I should have a nice ass.
She's a beautiful. She's a like you're on the opposite side of the spectrum.
yeah, you don't really
And I-
look
yeah,
like
that'll
but
put
you'd
it
rather
both-
fuck me with a vagina than J-Lo with a dick.
Yeah.
Gay. You're gay as fuck.
Yeah, fuck it, cause J-Lo with a dick is still
It's not
J-Lo
J-Lo.
with a
You
dick.
could
I don't
bun
want
fuck
a
her.
dick.
You could bun fuck her.
She's got a dick.
You could bun fuck her, and she wouldn't even
Dude,
know.
I'm not-
But that's a dude's
I'm not.
ass.
I'm just it's my preference, and I'm gonna go with
All right, that's fine.
J-Lo with no. I'm sorry, with
I just
with
say,
you.
All right.
I can't go J-Lo with a dick, just because she's got a dick.
Yo, I'd rather just do neither. Is that an option?
Oh, you have to
Yeah.
do one. Well, no, you how the game. That's not how we play this game. You
It's a
gotta pick
ridiculous
one.
exercise to show how gay Chris is.
You think that's gay though?
I do think it's gay. Because it's the attraction of like physical body.
But I
parts.
honestly feel like right now, if you
But it's a
refuse
man.
to be gay so much that
Yes.
this is your choice. But if you're really faced with the thing and there were no witnesses and it wasn't a podcast and it was a J-Lo with a dick or Lex with a vagina, I really doubt that you would go for Lex with a vagina. You would turn J-Lo
Sitting
over.
there with a glass.
Why? Because that's
Fuck
what
her
you.
up
Why? 'Cause
and
that's what you do.
and ignore the
That's
dick.
what you would do. Is that why?
You guys
I
are
would.
fucking gay.
Yeah.
I think I would rather fuck
gayest?
J-Lo with a dick than Lex with a vagina.
You're more.
J-Lo
You're
with
more
the
gay
dick.
than me.
Then
How
you
big
get-
is J-Lo's
then-
dick?
I never
Me
thought
with
J-Lo.
vagina.
I know J-Lo's hot, but
I don't plan to look at it while I'm
she's like
fucking
4'11". She's not even that hot.
I would.
She's
though.
so
That's what
hot.
I'm saying.
Wait,
You know what?
she
People
is
like Sofia Vergara.
She's glorious.
Big
Who's
balls,
hotter, her or
colored
Sofia Vergara?
Puerto Rican dick.
J-Lo's hotter. I don't know. Sofia Vergara is amazing too, though.
What about that weather lady?
Yeah, Janet Garcia. Yeah.
Dude, she's hotter than all of them.
Yeah, she's just a really sexy Mexican
So
weather lady.
sexy.
And she always turns
Holy
and then like
shit.
shows her ass really
Wears
nicely.
mini
Do you
skirts.
think that J-Lo is hotter now that she's older?
She has gotten good.
gross.
Yo, have you guys seen the movie?
I
What the
do.
fuck is it? The stripper movie.
Yeah, the last one. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
she's so hot in that.
What's that one?
It's
It's
ridiculous.
incredible,
It's called Hustlers, I think.
Oh,
something
cool.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's about like these strippers. And J-Lo's like the queen stripper.
Of course.
And it's good.
But
I think
J-Lo's
she's
like
gotten better.
okay. J-Lo's like
Michelle
beautiful.
Pfeiffer. She's the only white.
Michelle
woman
Pfeiffer's
that's ever-
hot. Michelle Pfeiffer's hot. Hot old lady for sure.
Well, how about Helen Mirren? When you
Yeah,
talk about
I was
Helen
like,
Mirren?
Helen
yeah,
Mirren?
she's still hot.
Who's Helen Mirren?
No,
She's a
I
little
think,
old now.
I think like 5-7 years ago when everybody realized that she was hot for an older woman.
Yeah.
Now she's
Who's Helen Mirren?
She's
What is she? Forrest
I don't
Gump
know,
chick?
like the hot old chick. No, that's not. It's not.
She's like in Red with like Bruce Willis and
What else has she been in?
I can't really think of anything.
I'm trying to think.
Isn't she the one from James Bond?
That's Ava
Helen
Green.
Mirren? No, the old lady.
That's,
No.
What? I just want
That was a
M.
real old lady.
Pennyweather.
no,
No, like the Q or whatever.
Yeah, no.
Not the Q.
No.
I forgot.
That chick is not hot at all. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I know, but that's
Yeah.
who I thought Helen Mirren was.
Well,
back
sure.
in
Yeah,
the-
Helen
Sure,
Mirren's
you
she's got like a really good rack.
She sounds familiar.
She's like
She's British.
fucking- She's probably
Yeah,
like
she's
70
British.
now though.
She married to Tom Hanks.
No,
Was she ever in a Tom Hanks movie?
I don't know.
She like
Why?
a Castaway
Why
or
do you
some
keep
shit?
saying Tom Hanks?
I don't know.
Nobody was
Nobody
in
was-
Castaway.
yeah.
Wilson was in
Well,
Castaway.
no, but the chick that played.
Oh, that was Helen Hunt.
Oh, okay, that's Helen Hunt. So that's not. I'm thinking Helen Hunt. Then I'm sorry. Okay, so who's Helen Mirren then?
Older woman. Older
No,
woman.
show
we
you-
have to get
I'll
past.
show you
No,
a
no,
picture.
we're not. I gotta get past this. We gotta.
I don't know enough
What
movies that she's in. She's in Red,
How do you spell
where
that?
it's R-E-D, fucking Red.
Okay.
And
When
Red
did
was
this
It's about like the
R.E.D.
like these like
too.
retired spies who have to
Retired
kinda, like,
and
get,
dangerous,
Yeah,
something like that.
Based on
yeah.
a comic book.
Ah, fuck.
So it's like Bruce Willis and Morgan
retired
Freeman.
extremely dangerous.
Shit, I've never even heard of this movie.
I don't know,
Fuck.
that's
I can't think of any other
It's
fucking movie
good.
that
It's
this
actually
chick is
funny.
in.
What's she
She's been
famous
in a
for?
shit ton of movies. She was in, you know what? I know which movie she's in, but this is so fucking old.
Okay.
There was like Jason and the Argonauts, or like like the old Greek. Like, what was that movie?
Right.
With the,
Okay.
like
Hercules, Jeremy Sorbo shit.
It wasn't. No. It was before that. This is like in the 70s. My dad used to make me watch this movie. It was like
Why?
It was Titans, Clash of the Titans.
Ah, okay,
the
okay.
first Clash of the Titans, and she was in it. She was like a god. She was like 20s
It's a
then.
weird way to phrase that. You're like, my dad made me watch this movie.
Yeah, he did. He used to make me watch all these old movies. I mean, some of them were good, like the Groucho, like Marx Brothers and shit. But like, he was really big into like Planet of the Apes.
I saw all
And
of
so
that.
like that was all in the 70s, right? But he's making me watch in the 80s.
No, but what happened was like in the 80s, I don't know for you in the US because maybe you had a little more choice, but for us all we got were reruns
Yeah,
from
Yeah,
all
yeah.
American movies. So I saw all the Hitchcock. They would have like a Hitchcock cycle for several months, and all the Marx Brothers, all all the silent. I've seen all the silent movies, like with
Charlie Chaplin,
Charlie Chaplin,
Laurel and Hardy.
I've seen all of it.
Laurel and Hardy.
Because there was nothing else on TV, so you would watch that.
Abbott and Costello.
Yeah, those guys are. It's funny how on Thai TV it's basically fucking Abbott and
is,
Costello.
Yeah, it is.
Basically Lauren Hardy and shit. Yeah.
They do who's our first? Yeah.
Who? I saw a thing from like a little analysis of how Buster Keaton was doing his gags and why it was so amazing and why he was so amazing.
Yeah, Buster Keaton is the shit.
And basically the thing was he figured out how to, first of all, he did all the he directed the whole thing on top, so it was just like a lot of like,
he did all the math and shit.
Yeah, but like he made sure that how do I make the gag really funny and how do I make sure that people know that it's me doing the whole thing. So it was a single sequence like with the. Like, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll tell you,
he was really putting his life at risk and
he was.
really creative.
It's so underrated that him on the front of the train and those blocks. You ever see that?
Yeah,
there was like blocks in front of the train, and he's hitting them and they're bouncing out. Yeah. That's so dangerous. If you really think about it.
If he slips.
If he fell off or one of those things came back. I mean, it's no joke, man.
Yeah, or like jumping off a building.
It's like a Jackass, guys. Like they've done so much sketchy shit.
Yeah.
Jackass. Or like the Muhammad Atta guy.
Or like Muhammad.
And welcome to Jackass. Have you ever seen that meme?
Oh my God.
That's a meme.
I'm Muhammad Atta, and this is
9/11. That's so funny. Honestly, that's one of the funniest 9/11 things I've ever heard.
That's a meme. That's a famous
Oh,
meme.
we didn't invent that.
No?
Well, it just says, I'm Muhammad Atta, and welcome to Jackass. And then it's like close up his face is I'm Muhammad Atta, and the next scene is his face on the airplane going to the Twin Towers, and it's like, and welcome to Jackass.
Okay. Damn, I thought we came up with something really original there.
Me too.
You came up
Could
with
have ruined my day.
Well, the part where you said I'm Muhammad Atta, this is 9/11. That's
Yeah. Well, because they didn't say the name of the stunt.
yeah. This is the 9/11. This is called Ground Zero.
It'd be funny, like, imagine that the thing that they failed is like, unfortunately, nobody saw that we were all in like a G-string, like a leopard G-string, flying the plane.
Really
because the
ganging
camera batteries ran out and we never got the footage out of the plane.
That's funny.
Like, dude, to fly, I mean, fucking Christ, dude. There's nothing. That's like that is like...
Okay, so what's your 9/11? Like, what's
that's
your
like,
Mohammed
That's
Atta
like
moment?
Will Smith flying in the fucking the spacecraft at Independence Day.
Yeah, that's like Luke Skywalker flying in the Death Star in that tunnel.
It's insane, man.
What's the closest you've ever felt to feeling like you're achieving something that amazing?
I remember I was drunk driving once. I was really angry. I was driving home, and I was doing like 70 or 80 miles an hour.
Jesus.
And this car, and it was two cars were stopped at a red light, but I could see that it was turning green, and so I just went right as the light turned green. I went right between the two cars, and I mean inches between, and I was pretty drunk, and I remember just looking at the person's face. It was like,
you were not looking in front of you.
I wasn't even looking through. I was just like, poof. I think I was like, oh, I was terrified.
That guy looks shit-faced.
Fucking thread that needle.
Shit.
Got home at like
You know-
7. I was.
You know what's when you drive drunk, you always want to get home faster because you're worried.
Yeah.
So you're like, so you drive faster.
There was not a doubt in my mind that I should be driving until I parked my car in my drawer. I was like, I should not have done that.
Yeah.
You had to.
Yeah, that was the last time.
How else are you gonna get your car?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Take the bus? Fuck
Are they
off.
gonna walk around the block? I mean,
Yeah.
it was only it was 100 yards away. What am I not gonna eat Dunkin' Donuts right now?
I have donuts waiting for me at
Fucking
home.
Christ. I'm trying to think if I've ever done anything. I've done a ton of stuff that's crazy, reckless, and lucky, but I can't think of anything. But for sure, I've had some stupid, reckless shit. For sure. Tons of times. Oh, I remember one time I was driving. I've said this before, but I was driving, neck and neck with another car, and I was in the wrong lane. And I'm on a country road near my school, and this semi truck, and the guy he wouldn't let me in, so I hit the brake last second and moved over, and like just by a couple feet, I saved, and like my friends, I had a car full of my friends too. There's like 5 people in the car, and I just endangered everybody to kind of just go neck and neck with this, and we were like smoking a blunt too, dude. It was reckless, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
pretty
shocked
bad.
that I didn't die driving. To be honest, I've done a lot of stupid driving. I can't think like this. It's not funny. It's just like really driving really fast.
Yeah.
In
It really
small roads.
Yeah.
It was just I had no business doing it.
18-year-old dudes really shouldn't be driving cars.
You shouldn't. They
Like
shouldn't be doing a lot
now
of that.
I have like I'm super scared when I'm driving, so I'm like careful.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, I was a fucking idiot
Yeah.
behind the wheel.
Dude.
Yeah.
And
There's so many
there's
things.
one road. There's because I've driven fast on highways, but I've also driven like there's one road that goes from my town. Well, then you cross to another town that goes to the coast, which is like a 2-lane road, but like really narrow road. And I was doing 60s, 100s, so over 120 miles an hour in a road with traffic and trucks and really narrow lanes. Because I had no business doing that. Like when I think, because I've been back on that road and I was like, the fuck was I was
But you
thinking?
were probably a good driver. You were probably,
No, I'm a bad
Oh,
driver.
are you really? Oh, I'm actually a really good driver.
I'm
That's
not a
it.
great driver,
But
no.
then you make.
I was
dumb
just like, I can do this. I mean, I was younger, so I had faster reaction times or whatever, but
Have you ever driven here?
Yeah,
yeah, a little
It's
bit.
fucked having the steering wheel on the other side.
it's weird.
Like I parked Foss
Yeah.
car once and I fucking hit the pole because it's
Oh,
like
really?
because my fucking
It's weird.
It's the
Progression,
other
yeah.
side, so I just
Depth
drive
perception.
like I'm here, but I'm here, and then like, it fucks your perception off.
I think I've died almost. I think I've almost been. I've almost been hit by a car while riding on the back of a bike, like probably fucking 100 times.
Oh, same.
Like I've almost probably died like 100 times.
Yo,
on the back
motorcycle
of a bike.
taxis are fucking sketchy. There was one time I got on a bike, I could smell the goddamn liquor on him,
Yeah,
jeez.
and I was
yeah.
like, this guy's drunker than I am.
Yeah, dude.
And he was going fast and like weaving in and out of
Oh, so
traffic,
dangerous.
and like your knees are almost hitting like car mirrors.
I don't know. I don't know what. I love it. I love getting on a motorbike, but I hear these stories or watching TikTok and just seeing like a tire bounce from a street over.
Yeah.
Just like random. The guy's not even doing anything wrong. He's just sitting there waiting at a stoplight, and then a fucking giant 18-wheeler's wheel just bounces and takes 3 people out.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Like I'm sure I've had like a really near death. I've had a few near death experiences for sure, and like after it happened, I was like, "Whoa, dude, that was a close one." And now I can't even like imagine. I can't even think of what they are or what happened or anything.
Because it's
I can't
scary.
even.
Because it's proper scary. Your brain is like
I can't even think
Too
of it.
bad.
staying
Yeah.
away
I don't
from
even
it.
know what the fuck. I know, but I needed to remember what I did.
I remember
Like
once,
it's killing me that I can't remember anything. Like
when you guys were talking about driving that other time. I remember once I was crossing over. You know, like there would be roads that go over the highways, right?
Yeah.
So there's like stoplights. So I was going. I was getting off the expressway to make a left over, going over the bridge, right? I had the green light, and some fucking 18-wheeler went through, and I swear, in my memory, is all I saw was the grill. Like that's how big, just like that. And I don't know how I didn't get hit. I don't know how maybe he wasn't going as fast as I thought, but he definitely blew the light. And I remember when I pulled like the emergency brake, and I'm like, stop. And then some lady gets out of the car, like who saw it. She's like, "You should be dead."
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah, and I was like,
It's a little on the
I was
nose.
like, cunt. It's the only time I ever called a woman a cunt. Yeah. I was like, whoa.
what? That's insane.
That's a weird way to phrase it. She could have been
Right?
like, "Hey,
Oh, you're
that-
so
you
lucky."
could have died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, are you okay?
You should be dead."
Yeah.
Whenever something happens, the first thing you should do is, "Are you okay?" Like
Right.
that's you just
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Oh my god! Like, have you ever seen a kid get hurt, or like I don't know, anything?
Yeah, you got to make
And the
sure
kid-
he's not hurt before you start laughing.
Right, exactly. Like I saw a video of this guy. He was like dancing and he like kicked the kid in the face, and like the first thing he did was like look at the camera and go like, "Oh my god!" Before he went to the kid and said, "Oh," and then then he went to the kid. He's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "All right, well why do you care, right? Like you're just doing it for."
Yeah, he just went viral.
He just went viral, dude.
I remember when I was a
bad.
kid, I used to go like be an idiot with my neighbor in the neighborhood who would just walk around and then there was down my street there was like a hotel with like some windows, and some crazy guy was there. And he had kicked the windows, broken it, and his foot was bleeding all over the place. And there was just blood all over the sidewalk. And he was just screaming, and he was just like crazy, like proper mental illness, just like screaming. Like, and
Dude needs a hug.
we just ran the fuck away. It's just like, what the fuck is this going on? So no, we didn't help actually, I guess, but I mean, we thought people in the hotel would take care of him.
That's a lot of people do that though. You go, oh, somebody else is going to help, and then
I mean,
bystander.
he was by the reception of the hotel, and they have to deal with it because it's at their entrance.
Yeah, true.
And we were kids, so
yeah.
I was like, I don't want to get like, I don't know if it's like, it was the 80s. It was like, I don't want AIDS or whatever.
Right.
We're just like, oh my god, just like get the fuck out.
Right.
But it was
This has
scary.
nothing to do with anything, but I just remembered this. So when I was a teacher, we had sports day once. And so I was playing soccer with the kids. And so they're playing their little game, and I was just like blasting balls into the net by myself and my coworker there. And then like we're just like not being responsible. We're just like, you guys go ahead and play, and then we're kind of just doing our own thing.
Yeah.
So the ball, he kind of kicks it to me, and it bounces and it was like a really juicy bounce. So then I go up and I just blast it
Into a kid.
This kid, perfect timing, runs in, and it hit him right in the head. And he went
that noise.
He went like boom, and he went like
Legs
parallel,
up. Yeah.
and then slam.
Oh.
And I was like, oh fuck.
I saw a video of that the
How old
other day.
is
And
The
then
exact same thing.
7 or 8.
Great.
Yeah.
Perfect age.
Yeah, nobody really saw it. So I was like, okay, thank fuck, I'm not gonna get in trouble for this. Jesus, and I'm like, are you okay? And then he's crying, obviously, and then Paul goes like, come on, you're fine, you don't need to be crying. And I was like, nah, dude, I fucking smoked him. Like, he's probably concussed.
Holy shit. How old is this kid?
This is 7 or 8. You really have
7 or 8.
attention issues.
I was retarded.
A friend of mine doing a.
I got sorry, some kid kicked a soccer ball at me
During
in my
a
head
soccer tournament.
when I was a kid.
And you squared his face.
How old was he? It was Chris.
Yeah, no, my friend doing there was this tournament, and then there was like he was in one of the teams, and he went for a header, but he misjudged the whole thing, and he just went parallel to the ground where he hit the post with his head, like
fuck.
bang on him, which is like bang onto the post. And then he fell. It was a 5-a-side on concrete, so he hit the post and then he fell on concrete.
Wow.
People falling,
Yeah.
it's
It's a funny
the
thing.
funniest fucking thing. That and farts are the two funniest things in the
Yeah.
world.
You know what shits themselves? Who
Yeah, like
shits
me.
their pants?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like out on TikTok now. It's one of my favorite things. Is like little kids in diapers taking shits. They'll like stop and like you ever see that? They just like look at your. It's like a dog. They just look at their mom, and then all of a sudden you see it just get bigger, or they like their legs bend a little bit. Like you can see them struggle a little
I
bit.
haven't
Like,
seen that. Oh, that's hilarious.
because they don't talk, so they're just like laughing or whatever.
This fucking.
They get
gross.
intense.
Yeah, they get intense and serious, and then it's like, all right, and then they look at your mom.
human.
Like,
Yeah,
shit happened.
I shit my pants once. I shit my pants many times. I've told many of those stories, but this one. So I had this weird thing where I needed to like tell my mom. I'd be like, "Mom, I'm going poo," and she'd be like, "Okay." But so I really needed to shit super badly, and I'm standing right next to the toilet, but I didn't want to go ask her. So I was like, "Mom, I gotta poo." And she was vacuuming, so she didn't hear me. So I just shit my pants right there.
Right next to the toilet.
Right. I was standing right next to the
Because you
toilet.
didn't get permission.
And then I go to my mom and I was like, "You didn't hear me asking you to poo, and now it's your fault. I pooed my pants." She was like, "Justin, you don't need to ask me. You could just
Nobody
go."
made that
That's
rule.
not a rule, yeah.
It's not a thing for any of us.
You're very polite. It's like, I want my permission.
But the funniest thing to me is that I blamed her. I was
Yeah.
mad. I was like, "This is your fault."
I shit my pants.
You did this to me. Look at this. You did this to me. He takes it out, smacks it on the table. You did this.
It must be like as a parent, sometimes you must be like, "Jesus
Yeah,
fucking
right.
Christ with this kid. This kid
What the
fucking
fuck?
retarded." Like,
What the fuck?
yeah.
So many something.
This kid's fucking retarded.
Did you guys go through a phase when you were kids about like just taking things apart? Like I remember I took like 2 of my phones. I remember the same day I took both my phones. We had 2 like landlines, and I just unscrewed like everything. I took everything apart on it.
Interesting. My dad did that.
I didn't know to like label it.
I never did that.
To put it back together. I just
Or you just
I
took
saw
it apart.
I just saw that it had screws on the
Let's
bottom,
undo it.
and I just undid it. And my dad was like, "Fuck, we gotta buy 2 new phones now. They're just gone, just parts."
I would
now.
draw on my wall. I remember I got in trouble for drawing on my wall. And I would draw on the kitchen wall. I would draw with crayon. Dude, my friend Fernando, this is hilarious, but he would draw on his wall, but he was like
We were like 17. We were really old as fuck, dude. And he was a really good artist, and he drew this baby that was like this beautiful, like very angelic face of a baby, right over his bed. And my friend Nick, dude, like we just smoking weed in his room, and Nick takes his magic marker and draws like a fat ass dick just coming on his baby's face, dude. And permanent marker, dude. And it stayed there for like fucking.
Bad friend.
It stayed there for like 2 years, dude. Yeah. And his mom would walk in and she's like, "What the fuck is that?" And like, "Oh my god, like Fernando, you gotta get rid of that." Dude, and like my dad would do everything to like. I remember, like I had this table kind of like this. I had a table like this in my garage growing up, and everyone would draw on it, and we would smoke weed and hang out and just draw on this table, and we would draw like big giant dicks that talk and like drugs and like
my dick drawing game is weak.
Mushrooms.
Really? Practice that. You saw it yesterday.
You drew a nice curvy one yesterday. You had the little one on the girl.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what my dad would do? My dad would come in at night and sand down the dicks. Because he didn't want my grandma to come out.
So it's like a daily thing that he's got to do.
He would come out and sand out the dicks so my grandma would see dicks on this table. But you know, pot leaves and fucking like jokey swastika signs, like whatever this random dumb shit that teenagers draw, right? Like oh my god! And then one day my friend Fernando drew. He's an artist. He's a really good artist, and he drew my grandpa in his whitey tighties. And my dad sanded that out too. I don't like it.
What he drew like?
But dude, like
he drew like an anime porn version of your dad.
Dude, it was so funny. First he drew my grandpa in his whitey tighties, dude, and then he changed it and made it into my dad, dude. He colored the hair red and shit. Fucking just changed it to my dad.
Are you drawing a dick
so
right
funny,
now,
dude.
Rick?
My friend Nick, the guy that drew the dick on Fernando's bedroom.
It's a big balls.
One day,
is that a dick sitting on balls?
Yes. So why is it circumcised?
Because it's funnier.
One time I had my friends come over after school.
It's a pretty small dick.
It's
just a little chud.
Shudder.
It's just interesting.
Yeah, it's got big balls.
I think you've seen my dick before. That's exactly how my dick looks.
It looks like a dude fucking sitting on a beanbag.
Like Da Vinci's dick.
Da Vinci dick.
Dude, I had my friends came over to my house once.
Whoa, what's coming out of it?
It's just dripping.
Pre-cum.
Oh, okay. It's just a little gonorrhea there. So sorry, we were talking about dicks.
Right. So this is a dick story, but there's a little what's it called? An extra little bonus part where my mom's name is Super Rat, and my friends found out because they came to my house one day, and they were looking at my fridge, right? And there's a magnet holding up this letter, and it says, "Dear Chris, like happy birthday, I love you, blah, 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 from your mom, Super Rat." And they took the letter and they were reading it, and then they got to the part where my mom's name is Super Rat, right? And they cried because she's like a sewer rat, dude.
It's like Splinter.
So they were on the ground crying, right? And I'm like, I can't really defend it. I'm like, yeah, my mom's name is a fucking Super Rat. It's a dumb name. Like I gotta just own it. And then so you know what they did? But here's what they did. My friend Nick drew a dick on my fridge with a permanent marker, and then he hit it with a magnet.
Nice.
Oh,
and then 7 months later, like my grandma's like moving it to
cleaning it
a shopping list, and he just sees his dick on the refrigerator. And
that's great.
That's pretty genius.
Yeah. I blamed it on my sister though. I'm like, I must be one of June's friends.
Why? Because no girl drawing dicks is such a dude thing.
Yeah. You know what? But girls don't draw labia.
They don't go around drawing pussies on everything.
Do they draw tits? Do they go around drawing boobs on?
No, they don't. They don't do that.
It's because girls are boring.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah, why do we love to draw dicks? It's so fun.
Listen, you guys can blow each other. Go ahead.
We just draw dicks and blow each other all day.
I used to draw dicks in my school bus on the window, like.
Of course.
Sure.
We would do that
in winter.
Yeah, when it's steamed up or whatever.
Yeah, with the steam, exactly.
Hell, always do that.
Do you ever make
Especially at a hot, like,
do you ever make a swastika out of dicks? You ever do that?
It's just big swastika.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in 4th grade, there was this fence. There was a fence by my bus stop, and I would go and I would draw. We would draw dicks on this fence. That's all we did. It was a big wooden fence. Me and my friend Nick would draw with rocks. We would carve in dicks, and remember one time he carved one that was like a really short, fat dick, and then he wrote CHOED.
Nice.
Right, and I'm like, "What's that?" He's like, "Oh, it's a chode." And I'm like, "What's a chode?" He's like, "It's a big, fat, juicy dick."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Cool." I'm like, I wish I had a chode.
I wish I had a
I wish
joke.
I had a chode.
We also call that a boondoggle.
But a chode's like a chode is like a big fat dick, but it's also short.
Yeah, it's
actually.
short and fat.
Yeah, short and fat. Chode, dude. What a great word. Like,
Yeah, there's a dude.
chode.
There's a dude on my hockey team, Alex Krumans. He had a chode, and everybody would always make fun of his dick.
Chody. They call him chode.
Well, they'd be like, "Yo, Krumans, you got a fucking boondoggle there."
A boondoggle. Wow.
Not gay at all to make fun of a dude's dick.
Yeah. So funny. It's what dudes do. It's what we best do.
Stare at each other's dicks.
I think making fun
And
of
make analysis about the size and shape.
it's making fun of people.
I admit, like, if you see, like when we were talking about Suicide Squad and just seeing John Cena's hog, it was like the first thing I saw on the
Are you
screen.
serious?
Where you see John Cena's dick? And
Not in real, no, but you see
You
it.
see the
right?
volume.
You see the volume. Yeah, you see.
Is it real?
I don't know.
It's unknown, but you see the.
I mean,
see
it's
the-
just it's massive and it's outlined.
Yeah, you can see
You can just see the
outline.
ranges.
Isn't that weird? Like, we grew up with him. Now we're supposed to see his dick and just accept his dick. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, your dad, you had to do it to your dad, right?
It's weird, man. Because like, we
You
used
have
to
to accept his dick.
watching him as like a 12-year-old boy, and now we're watching him as like grown men, and be like, oh, that's what his dick looks like. You know, like
yeah, well, I mean, I've always wondered.
getting that piece of the puzzle at an older
What do
age.
you mean?
But
Watching
that's strange.
wrestling,
It's so weird.
watching wrestling, you can fucking see his dick too.
Could you?
Pretty, but they weren't those fucking stupid
Well, no,
little shorts.
He's wearing jean shorts, Justin.
Okay,
so
sorry,
So
my-
you're gay, dude.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're gay.
No, my
Admiring
WWF
a
watch
guy
days.
in jeans shorts is quite.
Justin said
Also,
his eyesight is so
and also
good.
he said,
can
like,
see your
oh,
hog.
so that's how
Yeah,
his dick
yeah,
looks. Like, he's
okay,
been thinking
extra
about it since he was 12.
television.
Yeah, so that's how his dick
I stopped
looks
watching wrestling right around when like I was like The Rock and Stone Cold.
You
were
think
the
The Rock's
shit.
got a big schlong?
Probably, he's a big dude.
I think
Big
he's probably.
Samoan dude.
But does he got a big schlong though?
Do you think about other people's dick? Like, do you wonder how big a guy's dick is?
No,
Just famous people.
I know. Yeah.
No,
I've never wondered how big a guy's dick is.
you
That's
never
really
wondered.
none of my business.
You just
No,
said you wondered
but-
how
but
big John
like-
Cena's hog was when you were growing
No,
up.
I'm just saying you could see because they're wrestlers, so
But
they're
then
wearing
when
little tiny bullshit. So
Like,
I
I
forgot
never-
that John Cena's jean shorts. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say I never think about it, but then when you find out about it, it's like locked in a file.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, you
Right,
know.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Kevin Hart got a monster hog.
I've seen.
right.
I've seen a lot of dicks.
Dude, for some
Yeah.
reason, The Rock.
Kevin Hart
I don't
has a
feel like The
monster
Rock's got
hog.
a huge schlong, man. He doesn't come off as a dude with a massive.
He
schlong.
might have a chode.
Who?
The Rock.
But I feel like he's got a good heart, though. I think that's what counts the most.
Sure.
Is his heart.
Does it?
As long as
You keep talking to yourself. You keep projecting onto your other
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
He has a good heart. Even he has a
Like The
small
Rock.
dick. He's got a good heart.
Do you guys think Elon Musk is
evil, yes.
You think he's evil?
Yeah, for sure.
I like the shit that he does with SpaceX
Why?
because it's cool. I like the idea of there's the car just fucking orbiting Jupiter right now.
I don't like the suits.
He's going to Mars in 2024.
So like, I just think space exploration is the coolest thing.
it is the fucking dopest shit for sure.
I would like to just put it off for like 10 years because there's so much more shit he could do right now to help And also, let's not kid ourselves. How did he get that money? That's the other thing. How did he get that money? Fucking ripping people off of PayPal. Like, he wasn't doing it by being a space genius. He was doing it by ripping people off financially first. That's how he got his
But I'm just
that
happy that
fact?
there's somebody doing space shit.
Yeah, because even
and
if we
I-
had to wait 10 years to put it this way, so like,
He can end homelessness in America like now.
but I don't. There's plenty of things he could be doing, but space exploration also is responsible for like gym yoga pants.
Yeah, but it's
And
also
like,
for like giant war shit, like I guarantee Elon Musk got his hands dirty in some like killing people shit too.
Defense.
Well, his dad owned a fucking diamond mine or
De Beers,
something.
right? His dad
Yeah.
worked for De
Boom.
Beers, right?
Boom.
There it is.
Boom.
But he probably wanted to get really distance himself for that, so he moved to America when he was like 15 or some shit.
But there's nobody who
Or
gets
high school.
really, really, really rich without being a piece of shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
And-
very, very smart people like Elon Musk smart who
Right.
want to dedicate themselves to smartness just become researchers.
Yeah.
They don't have the brain, the
Drive.
the
Ego.
drive to go. I need to go and make money out of this.
I don't think every single
don't care.
billionaire not every single rich person is a piece of shit.
Yes, I do.
What about fucking J.K. Rowling?
Yep.
What does she do wrong?
She's a transphobic cunt of a woman.
And a racist.
Nothing that she said was really that controversial.
No, but she also...
She just said we used to have... Because she was making fun of the shit how we say people who menstruate now instead of women. Mm-hmm. And she's like, people who menstruate. Didn't we used to have a word for this?
Yeah, I know. I was just picking on that because I knew that was controversial.
Are you serious?
And then she got trashed, and a bunch of the actors in the movies were like, "Oh, I don't want to associate with this transphobe."
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's ridiculous because she made Dumbledore gay. I don't know.
She did?
Yeah, Dumbledore's gay. He was gay the whole time.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But
what? He was gay?
Dude, his name's Dumbledore.
Well, when did he become gay in the book?
He was born gay. That's how it works. Gay. Yeah. So, but I was just gonna say, so and then we'll go back to Dumbledore being gay.
He meant like plot line, like when
where in the plot did he become gay? Reveal that he was gay to Harry.
When did they never showed that? That's for the extra, like the outtakes.
Was he seriously gay though?
Yeah, he's gay.
Gay?
Dumbledore's gay. And you find, I think, when you actually see it on camera, is when he is in the American one.
It's like what the
mystery,
with Hagrid or something. Like what?
The mystical creatures series.
Okay.
Yeah, he's younger in that one. I think Jude Law.
He's in that.
Yeah, and he's banging Johnny Depp.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. That's like not really that gay. Yo, Johnny Depp kind of looks like a chick.
They're both gorgeous.
Jude Law and dude,
you'd be gay for him, sure.
Dude, I would totally be in that room to watch Jude Law bang Johnny Depp. Dude.
Yeah, this guy is so gay.
You're super gay,
bro. Jude Law.
So you would
rather fuck Lex with a vagina?
Yeah, but you're okay with.
Dude, I'm just a fan of Jude Law. I'm not even like.
Or you're just because like
just bun fuck though.
I'm not
even penetration, just bun fuck.
Yo, I'm not gay, dude. I just like Jude Law and Johnny Depp. They're two great actors.
Billionaires. It's proven that the more money you have, the less human, less empathy you have, and you're detached.
Sure.
So literally, like, just knowing that, we know that they're not. And Bill Gates even, I remember them talking about with like Melinda. She's like, she has to remind him about the individual, because he's all about number. He'll just steamroll people. Because he thinks it's all for the greater good. It's like,
right.
Dude, you know what's crazy? Like, so when Caesar won wars and triumphs and shit. So when you win a war and when you're a Roman emperor, you get a triumph, and that means like you get a parade in the city of Rome, and it's like celebrations and shit. And you're the shit. You are the literal shit. It's like the peak.
You get to fuck anybody.
It's like the peak of Roman societies for the individuals to achieve to get a triumph. And Caesar had 4 in his lifetime, right? And the guy would have to sit in a chariot next to him and whisper in his ear that he's just a human, he's just a mortal and shit. Because
it's that power.
That's that. They would want to ground him constantly and just remind him like, hey, you are the shit, but you're a human being.
Think about
you're
that.
a person.
Like we've had a couple hundred people at
not a whole
most
concept.
clap at us.
Right.
Imagine having like 30,000, 40,000 people like Trump, right?
Yeah. It must be the craziest ego.
You are
boost.
just
I get a boner thinking about it.
You're just immortal.
Imagine being a successful comedian and having a public.
That was
just like loves you.
Right.
Yeah. Incredible.
Like being Dave Chappelle and doing like a 20,000 seater or whatever.
Yeah, but you get to hear, but your name getting chanted is pretty dope too.
You know what's the coolest feeling in the world is if you write a song and you're a musician and you do that shit where you play and then you turn the mic and then the crowd sings it. That must be the best feeling in the world.
That'd be pretty cool.
I felt it from the crowd side.
Me too. I saw a Billy Joel in Long Island, and there's 13,000 people singing us a song near the Piano Man.
Yeah,
my nipples are so hard.
It's crazy how when you get a large crowd of people to sing, you
want to make me a sandwich?
Hey, Rick, you want to do this?
Ridiculous.
Welcome back.
I'm thirsty.
Yeah. So when there's a large crowd of people, the crowd sings perfectly because everybody's errors cancel each other out, and then it becomes like an average.
Yeah.
So then crowds always have perfect pitch.
It's pretty cool.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
People are pretty dope.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
And then when they start hearing that USA, USA.
But Justin, like one day you could be a great comedian.
What do they chant Canada?
And then you'd be like, yo, what's up?
Canada.
Oh, they don't chant USA in Canada?
No.
You could be like, hey, how you doing there tonight? And then put your mic up, and everyone's gonna be like, oh, thanks for coming out to the show there, bud. The whole crowd. That would be the epitome. That would be like the.
That'd be the version of that.
Yeah, for comedy for sure.
Well, they chant Canada.
Canada. Be like Canada.
Can't.
I don't really do that much.
How do they chant Spain? I've never heard a Canada chant either. That's pretty weird.
We don't do
They
that.
have any,
Canada.
but like football clubs sing songs. That's pretty dope.
No, but we also have like national team matches. So
Okay,
in Spain, it's considered of poor taste
Two.
to chant the name of Spain, just because we're still
You
not
guys,
over our civil war.
yeah.
So we're still not over it. So if you sing España, you're
It's like
seeing-
fascist vibes.
you get fascist vibes. So like nobody does it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what do you?
Even moderately conservative, patriotic Spanish people are going to be afraid of who they're saying that, who they're next to. They start chanting that. No, we'll no, but like our national anthem has no lyrics.
Really?
Since we are a democracy in the 70s, so there were lyrics, and now we don't have lyrics. We just have music.
That's weird.
Yep. It is weird, but there's no lyrics. So when there's a football game and they play the national anthem, there's no lyrics. So nobody's singing the lyrics.
That's cool. I like it.
We just have music.
There was
I'm down for that. It's like because you're not selling it. Don't sell it on me. I'm happy enough to eat eat the food of the dirt. It makes me feel part of this whole place. I don't have to be chanting like home of the brave.
the fucking Tampa Bay Lightning crowd booed the Canadian national anthem, and their captain is Canadian.
You said this.
Yeah, I've already said this here.
You said this for sure.
Oh, like Philadelphia Eagles like threw snowballs at Santa Claus. So
Dude, USA is like perfect.
Yeah, like we'll be racist. I'm not including myself, but like football fans will be racist against the black players of the opposing team, but not of the black players of their own team.
Yeah, that's a little
And
short-sighted.
so it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's pretty strange.
Yes, it is very strange.
There was this German dude in one of my tree planting camps one year, and we were like, it was Canada Day, and everybody's all like celebrating and singing and shit, and everybody's like wearing Maple Leafs and whatever.
Yeah, throwing back
And then
the
he was
cereal.
kind of like, like I'm a little bit jealous because like I'm very proud of Germany, but we can't really celebrate and go Germany like this because people get a little nervous. And I was like, yeah, you guys kind of ruined that for yourselves, didn't you?
I feel like now as an American, I get nervous hearing the chant, the USA shit.
Yeah.
The USA chant does sound perfect though. It is a perfect
It's a
three-syllable
good-
combination.
Yeah.
There. Like it starts with a vowel and ends with a vowel, and it's like it's smooth all the way through. You know what I'm saying? It's just USA. It's just you can't. Once you start, you roll. You roll.
USA. It would have been.
But it's such a dope like we're the United States of America, but like we're actually just call us the fucking USA, motherfucker. That's so. It's such a it's such a perfect branding, marketing like.
Hi, I'm Thomas Jefferson, but you call me TJ.
Right. It's just like we've I don't know. It's just a perfect little acronym for like
For a country?
it just sounds like a powerful ass country.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I suppose so.
Well, I think USSR sounds powerful.
USSR does sound powerful.
Back in USSR. Oh,
I mean, I will chant USA if I watch Rocky 4, but that's it.
Is that the one where he single-handedly ends the Cold War?
Yes.
By beating fucking Ivan Drago or whatever.
That's
the
like
guy's
the
name?
best thing. Like that's the immediate like.
If we could get along, then we all could get along.
If I die, I die.
That guy was badass though, Drago. I
Drago
would
was
put it
badass.
in Q.
I would bet
Someone always
And
starts.
his wife is pretty hot too. And then she banged little Flavor Flav.
Oh, fuck. What's her name?
Bridget
Nielsen?
Bridget Nielsen.
Right. Rocky.
She was in Beverly Hills Cop
Gross.
3 or 4.
She's a monster.
And
Very
then-
large. Flame will flame.
That guy.
USA.
That guy is ridiculous.
I love that guy. That's a fucking.
Yeah, boy.
He's never chanted USA. Probably.
I mean, he got his persona down.
He was a hype man right? That's
Public Enemy, yeah.
Right. That's so funny. He looked like a jester, dude. Like he had like the. Remember he would wear the hat and the big ass clock, big analog clock around his neck.
Was it Chris Rock that had a bit where it was
Dumbass
like in
fucking
2008 when Obama was running, he was like, all right, enough with this buffoonery. You gotta put on a fucking suit, Flav. Like, this is an important year.
Yeah. Wow. Man. But like Trump. All right, so we had Trump as a president, and he was like, he spent 40 years being a fucking public star, basically, and he was just like the king of New York in many ways, probably. Right?
Five.
Right.
I
He was
would
all
say,
over
but he was
TV,
definitely a big
and then he
Very
just
popular.
like this is gonna. I feel like the future of America is gonna be shit like that. We're gonna have like
Idiocracy.
it's gonna be powerful people battling for fucking power in the government.
Yeah, that's like people were saying, "Oh, Oprah should."
'Cause that's
run." I'm
how-
like, no, she should not. No more fucking celebrities.
Like so
I don't want politicians though, because politicians shouldn't be a job either.
in ancient Rome it was generals, so it was like okay. It would be like, oh shit, dude, this guy's a shit hot general. There's also a really hot general. These guys are so hot right now in Turkey or some shit. And they're gonna someday for sure have a civil war and battle, and one's gonna fight to be emperor. And like our version of their power now is like through media and through being in movies and shit, right? So like the future will probably end up being like movie stars battling for political positions.
Your elections are so ridiculous. They last like almost a full year.
Thailand
That's
elections?
like 4 years.
In Thailand?
No, in America.
No,
it's
they
it's
can't-
You guys
over a year.
have
It's
so
about 2
many
years.
fucking
No,
yeah. Well, there's like
it's
the
4 years,
primaries,
bro.
and then it's like constant campaigning, and it takes so much money.
It's a TV show.
In Canada, it's like our election, the whole like election.
Is it publicly funded?
Yeah, and then each party gets a certain amount of money, and then there's all these rules on how they can advertise and stuff. And I don't think like there's like fundraising. I think they just get a budget
You
for
just
it.
get it from your taxes. Your
Yeah,
taxes
and
pay.
then we have the entire they have like a debate in French, a debate in English, and the whole thing takes like a month.
Yeah.
So like between 2 presidential debates, we have our entire election.
Sounds great.
Corporations are going to get behind. Corporations are going to choose powerful.
Sponsored, yeah. This
They're gonna
vice
sponsor-
president sponsored by McDonald's.
Right.
Right, they're like, for
Yeah.
instance, it'll be like The Rock sponsored by Walmart
Yes.
versus fucking,
Yeah.
who else? Scarlett Johansson
Sponsored by Amazon.
Sponsored by Amazon, yeah. They're gonna fight to be they're gonna campaign to be the president. And
Yeah.
shit. That's what it's gonna end up being, dude. Because like whoever's corporate interests.
Well, but they don't
opposed
even.
to
They
now.
just sponsor both sides.
But that's what they're fighting for. That's why it's worth all the money for campaigning and stuff. Because once they're in, dude. And they
Yeah, you guys
and-
really. There should. I don't know, man. You guys
It's
gotta get
absolute-
money out of politics
That's it,
because it's
man.
so ridiculous.
Yep.
Like, obviously, you're gonna be beholden to people who donate millions of dollars
Yeah.
to you, and you're not gonna have the public interest at heart.
I want money out of politics, and you can't profit from war. That would be
Yeah.
the next law I'd write. You can't. Nobody can make money off of war.
Right.
If it has to be done, nobody's making money.
Yeah.
What's up now, motherfuckers?
Right. If you want to make money, do it with peace. Do
Gay.
Yeah, or you sell panties.
Yeah, figure out a way to make money
You
peacefully.
gotta, right? Sell some of those
Fucking
panties you got, Rick.
Because like we have
What, you
life.
got collector panties too? Did you get?
I
any
mean, I'll
collector-
sell you my panties. I'll sell you my.
You're wearing panties.
My what do you call them?
This is a Tiffany limited edition, 1987.
Yeah, Sailor Moon
This is
G-string.
never been opened.
You're fucking.
I call my underwear by the food I ate that day.
I love how you can just go to a vending machine and get panties, probably. And fucking,
I wonder if it's in a cup like the tennis balls,
Like the-
the thing.
Yeah,
And
that new tennis ball smell.
Oh, I love that smell.
it's a good smell.
It is a good smell.
You
You
know,
love balls, don't you? Yeah.
I love hairy balls.
Green pubes.
Yeah, Muppet balls.
Done love.
yeah, like it's shitty. But back to this politics
Prince.
thing. But just like the people, these rich motherfuckers, they don't understand like how crazy and valuable life is really a special thing. I
Yes,
think.
yes,
Like
that's it.
think about like the universe and like how scarce is life in the universe,
Yep.
and you're gonna come here and just kill things and
Yeah,
like
for
just
whatever
reason, like
for
make
whatever
shit
reason.
suffer,
Right.
right?
Unless you're gonna eat it.
And also like how rare is life, and like where did it come from, and like how it evolved and shit. Like it's so like it had to be successful for literally billions of years
Yeah.
to the point where it is right
And the
now.
entitlement of just like
You know what I mean?
moving
Like a
shit.
cow or any. I'll still eat meat, but I'm just saying like an animal, like a dog. Like how many successful generations had to occur so this thing is right here in front of me, right? Because everything came from somewhere. So that's mind blowing that's even fucking there. But then I have the mentality where it's okay to just fucking kill it or chop its head off or I don't know, any animal or any person.
Yeah, but then
Right.
I meet you, and I'm like, how many generations?
Yeah, exactly.
failed to get to this?
But I'm the summation of all my
Yeah, 'cause when I see
all
your
of us.
face, I feel like
all
you
of
know what
us.
you're negating the point.
Like
Yes.
all of us were.
When did we start devolving?
We all, but it's, isn't it fascinating that somehow, like, you know, everyone here basically, they're the product of like
Basically,
a billion successful generations, whether they were like, you know, if we evolved as Homo sapiens or whether we evolved as something before that, like cells into like fish or whatever the fuck, if you want to go like
a
billions
lot
and
of fucking
billions,
going on.
right? Just like what the fuck?
A lot of bodily fluids.
What the
exchange.
fuck are we even? And then, like, to not have that for sure, and then like also like we could just it'll end and then that's it for you, and then you know to not, you know, it's just crazy, dude. And they don't care about the human or life side. In the
Yeah,
government.
there's a good like meme going around where it's like a fucking toxic wasteland and like so post-apocalyptic, and they're like, yeah, we had a pretty good run. We ruined the world, but at least for a little while, we made a lot of money for our shareholders.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great meme.
That's
Wow,
very funny.
interesting.
Yeah,
It doesn't depress me at all.
Yeah, it's very lighthearted.
Life, dude. Your life is sick, dude.
So that's the moral of the story. Life is pretty sick.
Life is sick.
Yeah, you could
Like-
you see things like 9/11. You go buy a Japanese girl's panties. It's-
Like, dude, like for instance, like
Spectrum, man.
the guy that invented that Japanese panty shop. All right, he's the summation of thousands and thousands of generations of people that have successfully reproduced and developed and died and reproduced and
And
died.
he's probably
That was the
reproduced too.
culmination of it.
All right, and it comes to this point
the
in the
entire
present time
universe,
where this guy
like-
is just, I'm gonna sell panties.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So-
collect panties from girls and sell them in
So,
the shop.
so like the Big
Like,
Bang.
it's amazing. Yes,
The Big
It's all
Bang
about
happened.
supply and demand.
The Big
Yeah.
Bang happens. Okay, and then the Earth is formed 6 billion years ago,
Right.
and then we don't really know how life started, but like single cell organisms.
Correct.
And then the asteroid hit and the dinosaurs all went extinct, so then the little mammals could start taking over.
Right.
And then we evolved, and all of that was so that you can buy fucking used panties.
Yeah, all of that, yes. And this
That's
is where it
the
ends up.
culmination of it. Like that's
Exactly.
why God did the whole
Incredible.
thing.
Right.
No, I feel like that whole section of humanity is like the second vagina of the ducks, like the fake. So those people won't reproduce. You know
Oh,
what I'm
those
saying?
fake vaginas?
Yeah,
What?
ducks have two vaginas, and they could switch. They have like all right, I want to reproduce, or nope, I don't want to, because ducks get raped a lot. So,
So they got like a toggle.
Why don't you
Yeah.
just stop?
hey man, I got a drinking problem. Every time
Are you insinuating that he rapes ducks?
No, he's the.
No,
they
you
call
see
it
the pictures.
They call him the mighty duck. Actually,
Yeah.
he's the mightiest of the ducks.
Mother duck. Oh. Anyway, yeah. So I feel like it's like any of those like defects. It's like, oh, you don't get. That's biology saying, oh, you don't get to reproduce,
Right.
Because you just want to like sniff panties all day and like bun fuck people. It's like, no, you have to insert
you.
at a certain point to produce, reproduce.
If you're gonna
probably-
butt fuck someone, it better be like
You butt fuck Rick in the shower, dude.
there's not that much bun.
It's like a flat piece of bread. You know, open
You're gonna
faces.
hit my
It's a
hip bone.
it's a fucking tortilla.
You're gonna hit hip bone pretty fast. But like, it better be like lubed up. It's gonna be like, because of dry skin on dry skin, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah,
You'll
you
lube
gotta
up the
put
butt
some-
cheeks?
You
It's
gotta
gonna be
put
that
some
sweaty
oil on
butt
that.
ski.
Yeah.
It's
Gotta
gonna
put
Right,
some-
but that's
gotta
the
put-
summation of
gotta put
mankind
some-
is
gotta
fucking.
put some ketchup and mustard on
Like,
that.
dude, like that's okay. So first we had single cell
You
organisms.
want coleslaw on your bun?
Like the Earth was formed, it was all molten magma lava, and then eventually cooled off. Water came, and then entered life with single cell organisms. They developed over time, right? They evolved into dinosaurs, and then they lived for millions of years and got extinct, wiped out by a meteor. Mammals grew up and developed, and then Homo sapiens came about, right? They came down from the trees and learned how to hunt and make fire and tools and write and speak. And then it comes
They
to
made
the,
art in the Sistine
then
Chapel,
right, and then
they sent cars to
right, and we
Rome.
developed religion, and we developed how to build an architecture
And
fight
all of this
disease.
so Chris
Right.
can repeat the exact same
Right.
joke that Justin just made.
Wait, I'm not done yet. I'm not done
But
yet.
in a longer way.
And then, you know, we find, you know, relativity. We find gravity. We find out the laws of physics, and then we find out nuclear power and electricity. And then
Quantum.
And then Rick goes into a shop with the guy who sells panties, and bun fucks him in the shower, dude, with soap.
Dude, you just repeated what I said.
You could even twist it into a different. You could have twisted it
way around.
There was so many other fucked up things in this world. You could have been, and then you get in, and then you get into, and then you just. The summation of all this is like you get into an airplane and you fly it into 2 towers. You know, you could have done that and buttoned the whole show or something like that.
Fuck.
You know, you could have done that and you could have said all this and then a bullfrog fucked a tangerine and you came out. You know,
why don't we use that as a button? And I'll just sit again and edit this out.
It sounds good.
Oh my god! And then also bun fucking the dude in the shower.
Bun fucking.
So
that's like the biggest takeaway from this podcast.
Is how to bun fuck.
I like that we titled it because it's a good name, bun fucking.
Yeah,
it's a good name.
Bun fucking. I'm into bun fucking.
So basically,
I'm a classic bun.
Kind of like what Justin said earlier.
I haven't done it yet, but
I'm definitely doing that.
Yeah,
you haven't done that.
Yeah.
How you never bun fucked your girl before you
Shoulder blades?
Before you fucked her from
Oh
behind?
yeah.
Like a shoulder blade canal.
I bet you. And I bet
What if you've never watched
into
porn before? You just give it like a couple 2 strokes on top, and then put it in.
I've never bun fucked.
No.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Never bun fucked.
Wow, you guys gotta watch more
But
shower porn.
But you've never like slightly bun fucked before going in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh sure, yeah. She's kind of like grinding up on it.
No,
Yeah,
I'll
totally.
do a tap. Pop, pop, pop. Daddy's here. Tap.
Pop. That's also what her stepkid calls you too.
Yeah.
Pop. All right, so basically, so it's kind of like what Justin was saying earlier. So
You gonna repeat it
You're gonna
again?
repeat the whole bit.
So we had like Earth was like a molten,
Can
it
I
was
just
like
say
a molten lava
Alright.
core.
How do we end this thing? You just say
Molten lava core.
Welcome to the Rock Comedy Podcast.
All right, the Earth cooled down. Okay, single cell organisms.
But you shouldn't cut Justin's bit because he did it first, and it was way more to the point.
Well, I'm just gonna say it again and end it. No, I'm gonna probably edit this out too, Rick. Thanks. But
No,
I
yeah,
want
okay,
this
we'll
one
start
first.
over at this point.
I wanna do it with Lex's button
Oh, you can edit with
and
them.
then
Okay.
end it.
Okay, sorry, I wanted.
All right.
Fucking.
All right. So, Chris, tell us about science again.
What were you saying?
Nothing, man. Fuck it.
All
That
right,
was like
so a
I
giant
felt
meteor.
kind of sad for him.
So basically,
Giant meteor
oh, no,
with
no.
mushrooms on it smashes into Earth, spins off, and becomes the moon, right? And causes this rotation around the, right? Gives us this perfect rotation around
Right.
the sun.
Okay. So the Earth's all right. You know, if there's God, then never mind. Fuck that. I was gonna say if there's a God, it's the whatever science keeps the moon like exactly where it is and like the gravity and shit. I think gravity is God. Actually, gravity is God. Physics is God. I don't know. Right. So, anyways, so basically, right, all of life, dude. All right. It all started at one single point when meteors hit Earth. Right, and life was frozen inside meteorites. Right, these single cell organisms. They hit the Earth. All right, and then over time, billions of years
Spermophobia.
pass. The sperm. Right, the Earth cools down, and these things fucking begin mutating.
Panspermia.
Right, they evolve into shit like mushrooms. Okay.
Plants.
Right, plants. They develop. First they grow
Fucking
underwater.
tigers
Right,
and
it rains for a billion. It
dinosaurs.
rains for a billion years. The oceans are formed.
Butterflies,
Life evolves
elves.
inside these oceans. Life moves onto land. They become
Unicorns.
dinosaurs. Right,
Dinosaurs.
They live around for a couple million years. A
Harry
meteorite
Potter.
hits Earth, wipes out the dinosaurs.
Starts over.
Mammals take over.
Yes.
Right?
Muskrats.
Mammals become monkeys. They live in
Yep.
trees. Monkeys eventually somehow have an ancestor that comes down and
Starts
you know,
typing.
starts fucking eating mushrooms and
Yep.
hunting and doing all these things, figuring out life,
Planting.
figuring out animal migrations
Yep.
and following them, drawing shit on cave walls.
Yep. And then
Right.
aqueducts
And then
start moving water in their
and
environment.
then we decide
control the
we
environment.
decide to live together in complex societies and have kings and collect taxes and develop metal and then go to war and then conquer shit.
Yep.
Right, and then travel and begin religions.
And go out to space.
Right. Yeah, and then eventually we start industrializing things and fucking
Cars and motorcycles.
building nations, going to space, building
AI.
rocket ships, going to war, building nuclear power, building nuclear reactors, right?
Samurais. Ninjas.
Right.
Building
the internet,
you're being right now.
building fucking
I'm helping 'em.
technology, right?
Yep.
Advancing technology,
Google.
flying shit that goes into space,
Amazon.
Bitcoin, Amazon, all these things, buying from home.
Shopee.
And then you get to a guy who just flies an airplane into a tower. and that's fucking.
While somebody's bun fucking in the toilet.
Well, someone's getting bun fucked in the shower, dude.
20 years ago. 20 years ago.
Never forget.
Yes, I'll never forget.
They're making a big deal about it. It's a 20-year anniversary, right?
So why can't we forget?
Well, they don't. They want you to forget World Trade Tower 7.
My grandfather has Alzheimer's. He seems like he forgot.
Like I've forgotten a bunch of shit.
Nobody's giving him shit.
Right. Yeah,
Grandpa, it's your son Lex.
Grandpa,
how come you don't remember
what
9/11?
happened? 9/11. That's the only thing you remember, Grandpa?
Yeah, they said never forget.
Yeah. God damn it. Wow. USA.
Imagine someone like getting fucked in the shower, like bun fucked in the shower, and then the walls collapse, and he's like in the middle of a stadium, and everyone's chanting USA. Like you. That's America. That's 9/11, baby.
Tuesday, 8:30.
Bun.
Somebody's texting his wife, honey, I'm going to come home and bun fuck you so hard. I said, oh, shit.
Shit.
You can't really bun fuck that hard, though.
Dude, do you think everyone inside the airplanes died?
Yeah, yes.
No, but I mean, like, immediately?
The shit fucking exploded.
No, but I know, but I mean,
Well,
like,
maybe somebody wasn't wearing their seatbelt and they got thrown freely.
But I heard you were wearing their seatbelt, so he actually might have survived.
What?
No, but I'm saying, no, I know that they died, but I'm saying, like, immediately. Do you think there's any chance that a
They were taken to the hospital.
A passenger
made it onto
hit
the tower
plane,
that collapsed.
A passenger flew into the building.
Yeah.
And, like, everything exploded, but he was still intact inside.
Did you see
a
the
part of an
images?
airplane. For like 2 minutes. What before
Didn't look like somebody was surviving a ball of fire and
Inside
just
the-
metal, just
Yeah, there was a
shards
pretty
of
big
concrete
explosion.
and-
Right, but
Just
maybe there was
death.
part of a floor.
I think no matter what, even if
You
they
think somebody
survive,
jumped
they don't
out of the
remember,
plane
right,
right
So
before it hit the tower?
Your brain ain't making memories, so you're not in pain. It's just fucking over.
Well, listen, check it out. So you're in a plane. You're sitting back left corner of the plane. It
Yes.
hits the tower.
Yeah.
All right. And
watching
there's a
all
big,
these
so
things.
like the fuselage, everything in the front of the plane explodes. Okay, and you're just chilling in the back seat.
Where does it explode?
You're badly
It
burned.
explodes to your face, though.
You're badly burned, but you're still alive for like 5 more minutes before.
And then you can
God.
get out of the plane and kind of walk down. And you're like, Jesus, that was a close one.
Jesus. Yeah, maybe.
And then the
You
tower.
try to get off, but you're going row by row.
It was so
You gotta wait.
Thank you for flying Al-Qaeda Airlines. Enjoy your stay in New York, the local town.
Yeah, the weather is 3,000 degrees.
outside this guy.
It's pretty hot.
Some businessman like, God damn it, I'm going to be late.
He's like half burned. He's like, God damn it, dude.
And there's another guy who was like, I was supposed to come to the World Trade Center today. I'm getting a shortcut.
Yeah, no taxi.
He's like, excuse me, please remain seated until we The guy's, oh, sorry. He sits back down. No, but like, seriously, okay. The airplane hits the tower.
Yeah.
And like, it explodes. And like, everything's a fireball. But you're still alive. And the guy's like getting up and getting his baggage. He's like, dude, I'm fucking... That's gotta be...
That's really stupid.
That's amazing. Perfect.
Press.
good.
I like you added press. Yeah.
So listen.
His butt fucking instructions.
I'm gonna bring this home to make sure my girlfriend understands
Yeah,
what
you
I'm trying to do.
need to like mash the ass cheeks together. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're gonna have to separate them, put it in, and then
Are
kind
you
of
gonna do
press
this?
it.
I recommend doing this if you're taller than your girlfriend and standing up.
No, she lies down.
Yeah.
Oh,
You straddle her.
oh, that's what
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking of that. I was saying like she's standing in the shower and then you like bun fuck her twice.
It's been painfully clear that you've said this scene in the shower for the last 3 hours.
I highly recommend a soapy ass cheeks in the shower for this move. All right, and possibly and somehow get your girl to wear heels in there, and that'll make it her ass.
It'll make it bun fuckable.
It'll make it more bun fuckable. Right.
Okay.
Sweet.
Or just
Should we wrap it up on that note?
Yeah, I can tell you're getting a boner, Rick. We gotta wrap this up.
I'm gonna go to your shower right now.
Unlike your penises later tonight, we're gonna wrap it up
Yeah.
Hey.
right now.
Hey.
Hey, all right, sorry.
Don't be sorry. You said
So good. We had a good time today. We talked a lot about what did we talk about today? 9/11.
Yeah.
Bun fucking.
Yeah.
Right? I think we talked about
Soiled panties.
panties. It's a good episode, man. So,
We've been educational.
all right. So, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming tonight, man. I had a great time.
Thank you for having
All
me.
right.
Once again, your hospitality was amazing, Christopher
Yes, thank you.
Raufeisen.
Thank you, dude.
Appreciate it.
I hope next time you have water.
Yeah. How the fuck do you not have water?
I'll go get that. The well's dry. All right. Well, thanks for coming. You guys are great. I hope you guys at home, take from this in whatever ways you can. Thanks for watching us. We really appreciate your support out there. Signing out from Bangkok, Thailand. Thanks for watching.
The Rock
Comedy
Comedy
Podcast.
Podcast.
See you next time.
Thank you for listening. We appreciate your support. Brought to you by Bangkok's weekly open mic and home for stand-up comedy.